They got this great weight loss program. Look them up. RevealMAWL.com. RevealMAWL.com. Reveal Medical Aesthetics right here in the White Mountains. They've got that weight loss program. They've got a great testosterone program as well called BioT. Go to biot.com. Look up the details on that, and you can get that treatment right here at Reveal Medical Aesthetics. And they got a whole lot more. I mean, the nutraceuticals, the IV therapy, you got it. Downtown Sholo, Reveal Medical Aesthetics, joining us as one of our sponsoring partners on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Everybody, welcome back in.
Yeah, and my wife's birthday is coming up in just a little over a month, and I think one of those, the custom facial treatment.
Oh, yeah.
I think that may be I don't know if she's listening right now. Might turn out not to be a surprise, but I think that may be a birthday present there.
Listen, they've got their micro-needling at Reveal Medical Aesthetics, downtown Cholo. Their micro-needling is different, okay? Their needles are constructed, made, produced differently with a higher level of quality and materials. And Derek, normally when somebody goes in for microneedling, they've got this period of time when they come out, their face is beet red, and it's all, and it doesn't mean that the results aren't there, but you have to go through that phase. Not so at Reveal Medical Aesthetics, because of the way the needles are made. You get the same results, but you walk out and your face looks, well, normal, instead of that red effect that goes on. So check them out, Reveal Medical Aesthetics, downtown Sholo. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Big game going on at Snowflake tonight. And I do want to drop back just for a second and talk about Holbrook hosting St. John's. The Roadrunners right now are 7-0. And I'm going to venture a guess because I just been following football. We've been doing 30 years of the Friday Night Football Show. Holbrook's had a couple of good teams since I played in the mid-'80s. Been a couple of good teams. Holbrook beat Snowflake one year, Derek. Holbrook beat Snowflake, what was it, 1990, early 90s. It was a team, they beat the team with Paul Reynolds Jr. on it. I think Paul Reynolds Jr. was Reynolds was a junior that season that Holbrook beat them. And it was a controversial game, close game, low-scoring game, played at Holbrook. And the Roadrunners won that game. It was a good team, right? It's a good team. But they weren't 7-0 that year. They didn't go 7-0. They didn't win 7 games before taking their first loss. You got to go back to 1980 when Holbrook was 10-0 in the regular season, undefeated. Led by Carlos Lovato. He passed on, rest in peace, Carlos. But he was a legend. And to this point, probably the all-time greatest Holbrook athlete overall. He's a great football player. Feared by all of his opponents. Doesn't matter whether they're from Snowflake or Winslow or Flagstaff or Coconino. Feared. And he was a multi-time, I think 3-time, maybe 4-time. Is it 4-time? I don't know. Multi-state championship wrestler. And dominant as a heavyweight wrestler. Okay? So,
heavyweight, huh?
Heavyweight.
I'm going to make a claim, though I can't back this with sheer evidence, but I'm going to make a claim that from him to Marcus Oberreiter in 2022, I think the best Holbrook football player in that gap, who also has since passed on, was also a great wrestler, Shem Bowman.
Oh, Shem. Yeah.
Shem Bowman played
tremendous.
5 or 6 seasons ago. Yeah. Shem Bowman, who passed away tragically about a year ago, was a terrific football player. Didn't play with much talent around him, so the team didn't do very well. But between, remind me of the guy, the name that you just said?
Carlos
Lovato to Marcus Oberreiter, and that's a long stretch of time. Shem Bowman was the best football player between those two dates.
Well,
for Holbrook.
It's an argument that could be made. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, but I will say Shem was one of the best in Holbrook history for sure. And so he deserves to be in that conversation, that debate, to be had. He was a great player. Marcus Oberreiter is a great player today, and he leads that Holbrook team out tonight as they take on St. John's. And a victory for Holbrook will, just about guarantee that Holbrook is going to run the table in the regular season and produce an undefeated team. Something you don't say very often.
That's why he's got to be included in that conversation of Holbrook greats.
My goodness.
And now he's a senior. Now you can talk about him as Holbrook great.
I mean, think about Holbrook going undefeated for the regular season. Think about a 10-0 record that the Roadrunners have within their grasp. It's amazing.
And from our perspective, and White Mountain, covering White Mountain football here, the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, and getting to cover White Mountains, the Holbrook's not technically, but they're in the range. If they make it to the semifinals, Sports on Radio is going to be right there on hand, calling the game.
Yeah, we'd love to do it. We'd love to call a Holbrook game.
Let's get to the semis,
and
Roadrunners.
We'd love to call a Holbrook playoff game. So we'll see if that's something that happens down the road here.
If they get to the semis, don't they play at the same location as the 3A?
Normally they do. So Holbrook takes on St. John's. Good luck to the Roadrunners tonight. That's a huge, huge game. Now, our Game of the Week broadcast is at Snowflake. We've been chronicling that throughout the show today. And the Snowflake Lobos take on ALA Gilbert North. The Eagles have landed. They're in town, and they're warming up right now. We're going to bring you that broadcast coming up in a bit. Kickoff at 7 o'clock here tonight at Mix 98 KRFM. Do switch over and watch our live video coverage at Sports Zone Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channels. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure you get all the coverage and all the updates and all the notifications when we're broadcasting live. Do like the Facebook page and get that great content there as well. All right? Now, Derek, Snowflake's offense started the season with seemingly so much promise against Northwest Christian, their first game of the year, a victory for Snowflake down in Phoenix. The Lobos' offense looked terrific. They looked outstanding. And they looked like they were going to be a team that would feature prominently the forward pass. I say it that way because Snowflake is a team that likes to run the football. Certainly have a head coach that loves to run the football. He was an offensive lineman himself, Kay Solomon. The offensive coordinator likes to throw the ball a little bit more, and that's Trevor Reddick. And Trevor has really come into his own as a coordinator and does a great job. When you saw them play Northwest, when we all saw the results of that, it looked certainly like Snowflake was going to have that balanced offense. But somewhere along the line, Snowflake became a team that did not have, and we've seen in the past where Snowflake has struggled with identity and they finally figure it out by playoff time. This may be one of those kinds of years for them. But the offense just hasn't really settled into we know what to expect from them yet. And Derek, your thoughts on how that Snowflake offense has been doing and how you think they'll fare against ALA tonight?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. I'll start with the negative. Now I want to move on to some positive, but Davin McCray, 6'3" plus, maybe 180 pounds, can go up and get the ball. We've seen it on multiple occasions this year. In week 1 at Northwest Christian, let's remember that game I don't think it ever got below triple digits during game time. He had 4 catches.
You're talking about the temperature. It was very hot here.
Yeah, temperatures. In that game, 4 catches, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Big game.
Since that game, and that was week 1, and they've played 4 games since. He's got, since then, 4 catches, 80 yards, 3 touchdowns. So he had a bigger game in week 1 than he's had since. They need Davin McCray in a big way moving forward. Still ALA Gilbert on the schedule. Still Apache Junction. Talked about how highly ranked they are. And the playoffs just right around the corner. So Davin McCray really has to step up and have a big game and become that go-to target for Easton Butler like he was in week 1. If Snowflake's offense is going to give them a chance to make a deep run here. It
certainly looked like after the Northwest game that all the pieces were there, and we were going to watch a graceful handing off of the baton from the Caden Cantrell era to now the Easton Butler era as quarterback, and that this offense can kind of do it all. They could stretch the field and so on. We haven't seen that evidence in a while. And you know what? You know what that does with the defense? And we're talking about 4A football now. Okay, this is the big boys, right? What that does for a defense, Derek, is that gives you that confidence that I can leave my guys out there on the edges. I can go man coverage. I can play I can play cover zero. I can load the box up and come after these guys. And Snowflake, they've got big boys up front. They'd like to run the football if they can. They've got a couple of outstanding running backs in Jet McCray and in J.J. Lerma. They've got the guys that can tote the rock and guys up front. But if defenses are allowed to load the box, the running game is going to suffer all the more for it. Derek, this is a tough situation for Snowflake to find themselves in. They've got to have that ability to stretch the field. They've got to have the vertical game, and right now, that seems to be a piece that's missing.
Yeah, but they have the tools. They have the potential. I mentioned Davin McCray being the key guy. Tyler Clare, big-bodied tight end. Division I sized tight end. Has shown the capability with the hands. He's a dual threat. He can block and he can run great routes, and he's got the hands.
Yeah.
Between those two guys alone, and then you throw Lance Christensen into the mix, who leads the team in receiving right now. Shouldn't lead the team in receiving, though he's great athlete. He should be number 2 or 3. And if he is number 2 or 3, the offensive numbers are going to look fantastic.
Well, the personnel is there, right? When you talk about Lance Christensen, who is a capable receiver, when you talk about Tyler Clare, a tight end in the mold of the great tight ends that you've ever seen out there, he's like a Todd Heap at ASU type tight end with the body, the size, the hands, all the stuff, okay? And then, of course, on the outside, Davin McCray. They've got the guys. The question is, can they get them all gelling and playing the way they need them to play and effective as weapons to keep that field stretched like they need when the playoffs do eventually roll around, and really like they need in a game like tonight. We'll see if that offense can start to make some of those things happen against American leadership tonight in the game at Lobo Stadium. Back on the other side, it really comes down to this, doesn't it, tonight? It comes down to the Snowflake defense versus the ALA offense and how effective one or the other is. For Snowflake to win this game, I think it's got to be low scoring, Derek, and I think that defense has, they got to push them, they got to make some, create some turnovers, they've got to get some key stops, and they've got to have the bend but don't break mentality going on tonight and execute that effectively. Yeah,
that low scoring, the point you make about low scoring, if this is a shootout, Snowflake's going to lose the game for sure. They can't beat ALA in a shootout. Not this team. Keaton Cantrell teams could have won in a shootout potentially. But as a defense-centered team, and it's interesting that you say that that's the matchup, because that's the only matchup I've been looking forward to all week. I haven't thought a lot about the offense, the Snowflake offense, the ALA defense. They're good. I mean, that's a good Snowflake offense. That's a good ALA defense. But the offense for ALA, the defense for Snowflake, they're great. Probably you're looking at the best 4A defense tonight and the best 4A offense against each other.
I think you could make that argument for sure. What a great game. Number 3, Snowflake. Number 4, American Leadership. And we've got the broadcast for you right here at Sports Zone Radio. Look for it on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Derek's team, the production team, set and ready to go. And Derek, I expect you guys to have a great game tonight. I expect some good stuff out of our production team.
Yeah. And if you're out there listening, you can't make the game, watch it on Facebook, Sports Zone Radio. Watch it on YouTube, Sports Zone Radio. Don't miss it.
All right, Derek, thanks for the contributions on the show today. As always, we are moments away from kickoff. We're going to get to our pregame on the Game of the Week broadcast. We'll see you in a bit, Derek.
Hey, God bless. See you later.
All right, folks, what a big game tonight here at Sports Zone Radio. The Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. It's all part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. After the game broadcast, the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show live from Snowflake High School. Bring it to you right here at Sports Zone Radio. The Scoreboard Show, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Thanks to our great sponsors for making it all possible. Don't forget the games out there on the broadcast schedule. Well, last night, Round Valley got a win. Round Valley, they ended up beating their opponent last night, Winslow, 42-14. Tonight, Blue Ridge. In fact, they're already playing. Blue Ridge is at Monument Valley. Sholo is at Window-Rock. Good luck, Yellow Jackets. Good luck, Cougars. Go get it done. Page is at Ganado tonight, by the way, in a 3A Northeast Region matchup. The Altusay Falcons hosting Hopi tonight. Good luck to the Falcons. The Mogollon Mustangs, they are at home against Joetown. Joseph City in a big region matchup for the Mustangs. And then the playoffs next. This final regular season game tonight for Mogollon. How about that big game at Roadrunner Stadium in Holbrook. Tonight, the Roadrunners trying to move to 8-0 on the way to an undefeated regular season, but they've got to beat the 4-3 St. John's Redskins in a region matchup tonight. Big game for Holbrook. And our Game of the Week broadcast. Snowflake hosting American Leadership Academy of Gilbert North tonight, right here on the radio. Thanks to Derek. Thanks to Coach Randy Ricedorff for joining us on the show. The game broadcast is next, right here, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Stand by. God bless you, everybody.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, good evening, sports fans. Good evening, Sports Zone Nation. Welcome into tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome tonight to Lobo Stadium in Snowflake. You see the flags, and you see that they are ready to go tonight for some big action. And this one is the big one tonight all across the state. I don't think you could find a bigger football game in the entire state than the one here, featuring two of the top-ranked teams in 4A football. The number 3 ranked Snowflake Lobos, with just a 1-loss record to this point, take on the 3-2 American Leadership Academy of Gilbert North Eagles. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons. I'm joined by Patrick Austin in a few moments as we get it kicked off tonight here on this broadcast of the Game of the Weekend. This is the one that's going to live up, I think, to every expectation we all have. I was just saying to my guys here on the production crew a moment ago that I think if you can confidently say who the winner is going to be in this one, pick the outcome of this one right here, right now, I think you're fooling yourself, because I just don't think this is a game that makes it that easy. I think it defies anybody's confidence in who's going to win the game and what the outcome is going to be. You can see that Friday Night Fever from TV coverage from down in the valley is here. They're not going to provide live play-by-play, but they're here to break it down. They're here to cover the game, give you some highlights later on the news across the valley. That's how big the game is. And, of course, Sports Zone Radio and the Sports Zone's award-winning coverage here, our live video coverage that you always get when you join us on our broadcasts across Northeast Arizona and across the state. Our team, our production team, is led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director tonight, that is Fernando Quintana. Also on the crew tonight, Sean Ulvestad working with us, and our statistician is Big Joe Matthews, Joe Mama, on the broadcast tonight with us here at Snowflake High School. Again, I mentioned I'm joined by Patrick Austin here in just a few moments on our play-by-play call of this one. This big matchup, and we're excited for it. You see a shot there of the head coach of Snowflake, Kay Solomon. Coach Solomon given a lot of credit, as he deserves, for what's happened here and I don't want to say a turnaround, because the Snowflake program has been doing so great, so well. Prior to Coach Solomon, it was Coach Ron Tenney who had his years as the head coach at Snowflake, and Coach Tenney really had started the process of turning things around and improving things and getting the program back in shape. And he handed off what was a very healthy football program to Coach Solomon. There were the 3 or 4 bumpy years before they started to hit their stride. And then, of course, the 2 state championships, the back-to-back years, the last 2 years for the Snowflake Lobos.
here at Lobo Stadium, you can see the marching band. Well, you can see that giant American flag on display, first of all, and you'll see the Snowflake marching band all set to go. And time for the national anthem presentation before this big game at Snowflake High School. Well, I know it was hard to hear, but that was the Snowflake Madrigal, that great, outstanding vocal choir here at Snowflake High School, getting you ready for tonight's matchup between the Snowflake Lobos and the ALA of Gilbert North Eagles. They're in town, and their head coach, Randy Ricedorff, bringing his team up here to the White Mountains to take on this Lobo squad, and here they come. Let's get this thing underway, everybody. My broadcast partner alerting me that he is en route and will be here soon. So, Patrick, take your time. No big rush. Look at the fireworks on display. The pink cloud to the sideline. Yeah, the Snowflake team is going to be covered in pink. It's a pink out tonight, by the way. They did encourage all the fans to wear pink to the game tonight. Many of the players are decked in pink, or at least have pink undershirts and some pink socks and some pink spats on their shoes. You got that going on. And even the officials are into the whole thing. The referee tonight is Chuck Copeland, his brother Steve Copeland, and a number of those outstanding officials that populate his crew are here tonight. And they're going to be throwing pink flags tonight, okay? Maybe we get an up-close shot at one of those flags here in just a bit and give you an idea. You see the pink cloud, those watching the video, out there on the field. If you're listening to our broadcast coverage on the radio in the White Mountains, Mix 98, KRFM Sholo, we thank you for being with us and remind you, you can watch the live video that we're presenting on our Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel as well. There's some pink for you. And the officials tonight, they're not going to be throwing yellow flags. Don't look for yellow. They're going to be throwing pink flags, cancer awareness, on tap tonight. We welcome you into our broadcast, everybody. We're a couple of minutes away from kickoff. The coin toss is coming up in just a moment. I'm going to see if my broadcast partner needs a drink of water. Need some water? There you go, Patrick. Dive into a little bit of water right there. You saw you hustling through the crowd. I'm going to let you grab a drink before I bring you on. A little bit out of breath maybe. There's the defensive coordinator, Art Hargrove of Snowflake, getting ready to get this one underway. His defense is going to have to come to play tonight. And here is my partner, Patrick Austin, on the call with me tonight. Patrick, welcome in.
Hey, thanks, Floyd. It's good to be here. I'm glad I made it. It's been kind of a crazy day, but been so excited about getting here and watching this game tonight. I listened to your broadcast all the way coming in since 5 o'clock, and great job on the pregame broadcast and the interview with Coach Ricedorff, and did a great job. So I enjoyed listening to that, but excited to be here with you to watch this thing live as the Lobos take on the Eagles.
It's like a reunion out there, okay? And it's you know, instead of being just everybody get together and shake hands and have a good time, hey, it'll be a hard-hitting reunion tonight. Randy Ricedorff former head coach of the Show Low Cougars, is back in town. His team that he brought up, he called it to me, Patrick, the best collection of talent he's ever coached, he's ever had. That includes, when you go back and think about a young quarterback that he had. I don't know if you remember this young quarterback named Randy Ricedorff. He's on the coaching staff out there with ALA tonight. Randy Ricedorff at one time was the quarterback who played alongside a guy named Josh Weeks, if you remember that guy. Two incredibly talented White Mountains football players, among the best White Mountains football players we've ever seen. And Randy Ricedorff said that this is the most talented team that he's ever had, the one he's coaching this year at ALA.
Yeah, that's a great compliment to this team because he's had some good ones, just like you said. So a great compliment. I know that he had mentioned a lot of these boys go both ways, and so that might be a good thing for him, might be a bad thing for him tonight. We'll see. I'm looking across the field there. They don't have a big team. They don't have just a loaded team over there. They don't have a ton of players like the Lobos have dressed out tonight. But it doesn't matter when you have as good athletes as what we're going to see out there on the field tonight.
And the guy you just saw a moment ago throwing his warm-up passes, Adam DeMonte, is the leading passer in Arizona. He leads all levels of football from 6A on down. He's had a great year, and he is throwing the football to a couple of outstanding receivers out there, some D1 talent on that ALA team. Their wide receiver, Brandon Phelps, watch out for him because he is going to be a big factor tonight. And he is a Division I recruit, has multiple offers, including Michigan State offering him. Snowflake has won the toss. You see it there. They're going to defer to the second half, and that means we're going to get to see that American leadership offense right from the get-go tonight on our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons and my broadcast partner, Patrick Austin, ready to go. Well, Patrick, you drove in from work to get here.
Right.
And I know you try to get here to the field as early as you possibly can, but work prevented you from being here until just now. What has your anticipation for this game been like all day long?
I've been excited all week, and like I said, I listened to your broadcast. I know that Coach Ricedorff and his crew has had this game marked on their calendar all year because of what happened a couple of years ago with them losing to the Lobos in the semifinals. So I know they've had this marked on their calendar. I know that this is a huge game for the Eagles coming up to Snowflake and playing the Lobos. Lobos are ranked 1 up on the Eagles, so it's a big game. So anytime you have a game like that, I'm anxious. I love high school football. You know this, Floyd. That's why I do what I do with you, because it keeps me a little bit involved with this. And the anticipation for me, I've been nervous, sweating the whole way home trying to get here just to watch this game.
Is there any doubt that Coach Ricedorff, his staff, these guys would like to get some vengeance for that loss in the playoffs a couple of years back?
Oh yeah, they absolutely will, and they'll do everything they can tonight to get that done, I'm sure. But hey, they've got to show it out on the field. We'll see what happens. Snowflake has a tendency to come up with pretty good game plans against pretty good football teams. And so, as we talked about earlier this week, if they can contain DeMonte, I liked what Derek said earlier in the broadcast about 275 yards. I think that's a pretty good mark. They got to contain him, and they've got to put some pressure on him.
Here's a kick that's going to send ALA back inside the 5-yard line, and they get a seam around the right side. Great return developing. That's going to go out to midfield. Wow, what a start for the Eagles, and a great return that will see them actually, I think, begin in Snowflake territory at the Lobo 48-yard line. That is the way Coach Ricedorff would love to see his team begin the game, and they did it just like that.
Yeah, not the way you want to start the football game for the Lobos, getting the ball already brought out to their territory. So, well, we'll see what this game plan is for the Lobos in containing Adam DeMonte.
Well, look at this. Going to run on first down, and a nice gain. Nearly a first down. Might be a first down. Handoff goes around the right side. And before the indication can be made by the officials, this is going to end up being a 9-yard pickup. The ball goes to the Snowflake 39-yard line. Second down and a yard to go. Quick snap, give up the middle, first down yardage. And this time it's a gain of 8 yards. 8 yards to pick up on the play and a first down for quarterback Adam DeMonte and the Eagle offense.
Yeah, nice game plan here for the Eagles. You know, they come in, they know the Lobos have been practicing against the pass all week. And what do we see the first 2 plays of the game? A gain of 9 and another gain of about 9. And here's another one right up the middle.
That handoff does go right up the middle. And the great field position that started this is going to continue. There's a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5 on the way for American leadership.
So Snowflake coming out, they usually don't do this. They don't usually have a 3-man defensive front, but tonight they do. So the Eagles taking advantage of that by running the ball.
And the first throw of the game is going to be completed to Brandon Phelps over on the left side. Phelps has in the neighborhood of 7 yards on this pass completion. And he'll take this for another Eagles first down. And early on, this matchup of the Eagles offense versus the Lobos defense, well, the Lobos are on their heels.
Definitely on their heels.
DeMonte gives left side, and that'll be another nice pickup on the play.
Number 34, Bridge Joe, around the left side. Tackled by Cooper Rapier.
And a gain of 6 yards. Second down and 4 on the way. Illegal procedure, the umpire calls, throws his flag, and that'll move ALA back, and it'll be second down and 9 after this penalty mark-off. But the Eagles moving the ball, moving it well. Ball goes back to somewhere in the vicinity of the 19-yard line after they mark the 5 off, make it the 18.
Yeah, a little break for the Lobos there as they jump off sides. Maybe give them a little time to think about what's happening so this doesn't happen so quick as the Eagles come out quickly and get down the field.
Look to the sideline for the play-in from the head coach, Randy Ricedorff. And now from the shotgun, Adam DeMonte, second down and 9. He'll release quickly toward the end zone. He's got his man. That's Titan Slade out on the edge, and it's through his hands, incomplete. He got a great step on the defender, and the ball was thrown exactly where it needed to be thrown. And unfortunately, it's incomplete for the Eagles.
Well, luckily for the Lobos, just right through the hands of Slade. He had a little bit of a problem catching the ball against their rivals, the ALA Queen Creek team, and that just kind of filtered over into tonight, I think.
A lot of time to throw. DeMonte to the back of the end zone. This pass is caught, and it's a touchdown. Boston Morris was lurking at the back of the end zone. He went tall for the pass, hauled it in, got the feet down. And that is an Eagles touchdown to start the scoring tonight.
Just threw that one up, just stood in the middle, right in the middle of the end zone towards the back. And DeMonte, being the athlete that he is, was able to just kind of go throw across your body. That's not something that you're coached to do as a quarterback, is throw across your body, but he did and was able to find a receiver in the back of the end zone.
That was an 18-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, the Eagles are on the board first. And let's see here. The Eagles get on the board first in this one. We'll grab a quick 30-second timeout, everybody. Don't go anywhere. A word in from Beeman Well Drilling. This is the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Well, it didn't take long, that's for sure. 2 minutes and 42 seconds is all that American leadership needed to move 48 yards on their opening possession. And they cash in for the points. The guy on the receiving end of that touchdown pass was Boston Morris. Here's the ALA kick, and that's a boomer through the end zone for a touchback. And the Snowflake Lobos, with their quarterback, Easton Butler, will bring it out here. And we'll get a look at the Lobo offense for the first time today. Well, Patrick, if Snowflake has had an Achilles heel of any kind to think about in the last 3 or 4 weeks, it is that their offense has seemed to stagnate a little bit. They looked great to start the season against Northwest Christian, but what they were able to achieve in their first go at it in that game, they just really haven't seemed to replicate that with any consistency.
You're exactly right, Floyd. Just not a whole lot of consistency. Struggled a little bit offensively, but they had a great week of practice from what I've heard this week, and we'll see what they got going.
They're going to give it right side to Jet McCray, the cutback. McCray battling, fighting, staying on his feet, and he is out to the 30-yard line for a 10-yard gain. That'll be a Snowflake first down as they find room to run between the tackles.
I don't know if you noticed this, Floyd, but number 75, that's Tony Munoz. I don't think he's played offensive line all year, and he's out there. I'd like to kind of take a look at that. They might change things up a little bit this week, put some size on that offensive line.
Munoz and the other big guys up front made a little path for the running back, and there he is again. I called it out as Jet McCray, but I think I got it wrong on both counts. That is it's Braden Lewis, right?
Yeah, that's number 5, Braden Lewis.
So Braden gets the first 2 carries, and we'll correct that. And he gets 6 on that tote of the rock, and it brings up 2nd down and 4. Power set behind Easton Butler. The power I formation, they fake it. Butler looks to the right. Oh, read beautifully on defense. The pass will be caught. That's one where you might think about not catching it if you're Braden Lewis in that situation, because he was immediately tattooed by the defender. Coming up to make that play on defense was Luke Assay. And a loss of 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, just a little trickery there. It kind of went to the wide side of the field and then kind of threw it back. Read well by the Eagles. Didn't really fool anybody on that play.
So 3rd down at 12 for Snowflake's offense. Well, now they've got a little work to do. They're going to put J.J. Lerma in motion. And we get a delay of game on the offense. 5 yards will be the infraction. 3rd down at 17 on the way for Snowflake. Well, after the Eagles started out with that successful drive where they really looked like they could do almost anything they want through the course of that opening sequence, Snowflake has had their troubles on offense after that first 10-yard run. So 3rd and 17. Butler sends Jet McCray in motion out of the backfield. He'll have to step up. He escapes pressure, throws downfield, but throws short of his target. Skips in incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down at 17.
On that one incomplete. Intended for number 8, Gavin McCray.
Nice look. Tried to get to the sticks. Just threw it a little bit short. It was covered well down the field, but almost caught there.
Had a couple of guys in the middle of the field, didn't he? Coming across. Looked like Lerma might have been pretty wide open, but he didn't see him.
A lot of pressure. Almost got sacked. Was able to kind of avoid that sack and get out of the pocket, but unfortunately for the Lobos, going to have to punt it away.
So Snowflake will do that very thing. There is a very high but short kick. And it looks like ALA is going to have field position once again in Snowflake territory to start a possession, start their 2nd possession here. And that is exactly what Coach Ricedorff and the Eagles would have in mind.
Well, the Eagles have been known this year to start off quick. As you know, they were up big on Eastmark. They were up big on even ALA Queen Creek. But run a lot of players both ways. See if they can keep up a little bit of this momentum.
You got to finish, don't you? DeMonte takes the snap, steps up, and he is going to gingerly work his way to about an 8-yard gain. They'll mark him down at the 42-yard line. Make it a 7-yard pickup. 7 yards to the gain. 2nd down and 3 for the Eagles on the way.
Tackled by number 7, Garrett Flake.
Just a little quarterback draw. I think that was drawn up that way. He just kind of looked to the right and then just took off up the middle.
They'll test the middle of the Snowflake defense with a give designed to try to pick that 3 yards up, and they might have done that. Now they're going to be a little bit shy. How about still trying to figure this out, as I think the officials are. And it's going to come up just short. 2 yards. 2 yards to gain, just shy of the first down for the Eagles. The ball carrier was McKay Beardall. Beardall is somebody they count on to be an offensive weapon. Also look for Brick Job. Brick Job. Was it Joby? He doesn't have it, but a give right side. A burst of speed through the Snowflake defense, and that one's going to the house. Touchdown Eagles, a 40-yard touchdown run, and it's Boston Morris taking it the distance for the Eagles.
Wow, how often do you see that though? You got a 3rd and short, and everybody just kind of lines up on the line, anticipating that play right up the middle. And once you get past that first level, he was just gone. I don't think he got touched.
"40-yard touchdown run, and a great kick to follow to make it 14-0. ALA is in front of Snowflake, everybody. Let's get this word in from our good friends at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Yeehaw! This month, the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint are giving you a farm experience like no other. When you have your insured windshield replaced, you get 2 delicious dinners, 2 movie tickets, and this month you also get 2 tickets to the Willis Farm.
Haunted, Corn Maze, Barnyard Apocalypse.
Plus, you know everyone on the farm loves country music, so this month we are giving away 2 sets of premium concert tickets. One to see Carrie Underwood and another set to see the Zac Brown Band, both live in Phoenix. It's Farm Month. Get great Mexican food, a night at the movies, 2 tickets to the haunted Barnyard Apocalypse at the Willis Farm in Snowflake, and your chance at seeing Carrie Underwood and the Zac Brown Band in concert.
536-5972, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback.
It's another no return for Snowflake as the kick goes into the end zone touchback. The Lobos offense will get another opportunity at the 20-yard line. So we bring you back into the action, everybody. We'll get that scoreboard working for you here in just a moment. How's that? And keep you going, keep you up to date. There are 5 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter of this one. ALA 14, Snowflake 0. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome back in. Snowflake on the RPO. They give it to the running back. And that'll be a very short gain, if anything. Jet McCray on the carry this time. Jet gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Lobos.
2nd down and 10.
Quick toss out left side. And that one led the receiver more than I think it was supposed to. That's J.J. Lerma, who was the intended receiver, and he is unable to haul it in. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this is where the Snowflake Lobos have struggled a little bit. Just like in the first series, they made a couple of good plays, made a couple first downs, but then just kind of shot themselves in the foot, had a play for a loss, and wasn't able to get anything going after that. Here's a big 3rd down play.
Butler throws right side. That's a little sticks route on the far side of the field, but did the tight end, did Tyler Clare, get the yardage necessary? He came back to the ball and then stepped out of bounds with no contact there. There's no forward progress. He'll be short of the first down, gain of 8 yards. 4th down and a couple.
Yeah, that was a great play call, and when he made his turn, he was at the sticks, but I'm not sure why he I don't know why he kind of came back and went out of bounds before the marker. So
Set to put this one away, number 5, Braden Lewis.
Good. That's good observation. Here's a kick that will hit and take a great snowflake bounce up into the hands of Beardall. And the coverage was there momentarily. He was able to escape 3 of those deep coverage men and take it out to the 39-yard line. Exciting return. And it is going to be ALA's football with 5:09 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Well, so far, the Eagles beating the Lobos defensively with the run game. Interesting. I think they've ran the ball more tonight than they did the entire game, their entire game 2 weeks ago.
So after the snowflake punt, ALA at their own 39-yard line, down the left sideline. Too tall, too far, and incomplete, looking for Phelps out there on that side. And it does go incomplete. I believe that was Braden Frost in the coverage.
Yeah, Braden just grabbing him, and I think he kind of saw that he might have get beat on that play, so he just kind of reached out and grabbed him, held him up a little bit.
So defensive holding, or was that interference?
It was defensive holding, I believe.
Okay, so forget that pass. Scratch that from the books. Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Markov out to the now 49-yard line. And it's first down there for the Eagles. 4-man defensive front for Snowflake. Throw again left side. There's that quick sideline route. And Phelps makes the catch, gets the first down after an 11-yard pickup, and he attracted a large crowd, but only after he made the catch, and it's in Snowflake territory.
Yeah,
Patrick, I was going to say, Patrick, that is a very classic Randy Ricedorff pass play there. And Snowflake had too many guys on the field. We'll see if the official's going to call it. DeMonte has a lot of time to throw. Snowflake is only rushing 3. That's a different look. And Braden Lewis delivers a big hit on Titan Slade at the end of a catch by Titan. And another first down.
Well, he's going to complete that 100% of the time right there if he has that much time. Lobo's not sending any pressure and just has all the time in the world to throw back there, and that's just too much to ask for your defense when you can't get any pressure.
16 yards. 16 yards on that pass play. First down, ball at the 23-yard line now. If Snowflake Snowflake has, at least early on, decided that they are going to let DeMonte throw, and they're going to try to cast a net back there defensively and play a wide zone defense. Marker down as the ball goes to Beardall straight up the middle, and he may have gotten 4 on the play, but we're going to have to find out what the official says as the pink marker comes out. Holding on the offense, that's going to come back. Forget the play. That's going to come back. How do you like the pink flags? It's a pink out tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Cancer awareness, Patrick.
Absolutely. Support the cause. Well, hopefully Lobos can do something here. They, the more filled, it seems like the more success the Eagles have had.
Handoff. And that is going to be a gain of 3. 3 on the play for American leadership. Second down and about 14 on the way.
Second down and 15.
DeMonte looking to throw. He'll run. Got some athleticism to him, and he's going to pick up 13 of the 14 they need. Just shy of the... Well, no. Hold on a second. He is spotting it short, and he's asking the down marker to move. I thought he was asking for the first down marker, the chains themselves to move. That's a gain of 13 on the play. Third down, a very long one coming up for ALA.
Yeah, just too easy. They could run that. They could run that play. They just spread the field. DeMonte right up the middle, and there wasn't anybody 10, 12 yards from him as he started running.
Handoff, left side. And carrying the football, and if I'm not mistaken, his first carry today, that is Brick Joby. And Brick, who got his, is that his third carry? Pardon me on that. Okay, 3 carries. I guess I hadn't seen him. He is just back in off of injury. He missed the last 3 weeks for ALA, and they're happy to get back number 34 in that backfield. And what did he gain on the play? He gained 4 yards. First down. DeMonte, low snap, picks it up. No real pressure coming. Boy, he's got a lot of time to throw. There's the pressure finally peeling off those blocks. Munoz chasing, pass caught. Big hit on the sideline. That'll go out of bounds. Nope, tackled inbounds. Keep the clock moving. 2 minutes, 9 seconds, and counting down here in the quarter.
Did he just throw that with his left hand?
I don't think he did, Patrick, but it was certainly a nifty completion after all that time. 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5.
Oh, I thought it looked like, I'm like, that would have been impressive.
Well, he's a guy that means to impress, I can tell you that, and he does.
Eagles right up the middle, gain of about 1 yard.
And the handoff will go just over that left B gap and gain 2 yards. 2 yards to pick up, 3rd down and 3 on the way for the Eagles. American leadership with the football. Beardall in the backfield. DeMonte throwing, and he's got a man wide open, and that is caught for the Eagles. Touchdown. Braden Bellinger hauls it in, and he just got wide open. DeMonte found him with 1:11 remaining in the first quarter and a 3-touchdown lead developing for the Eagles.
Wow, I don't know how he gets that open. Just incredible, just all the time. Like I said, it's too easy right now for ALA. Just has all the time in the world to throw, and that's asking a lot on your defensive backs to try to stick with defensively. That's a difficult task.
8-yard touchdown pass. Kick is up and good. Oh boy, it is quickly 21-0 with 1:11 remaining here in the first quarter. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by, football fans.
Summit Healthcare is committed to your healthcare experience from start to finish. They invite you to take advantage of the Summit Healthcare Retail Pharmacy. The pharmacy is conveniently located in Summit's outpatient pavilion, just steps away from the hospital, and most of Summit's clinics. They accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare Part B, Medicare Part D, First Care, and IHS. Prescriptions are ready in just minutes, and you get curbside delivery too. The Summit Healthcare Retail Pharmacy, because Summit is committed to meeting your pharmaceutical needs.
Hi, everybody. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we are proud to offer award-winning sports coverage. We spend countless hours and miles on the road for our digital radio broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call is 928-358-7905. That's 928-358-7905.
Back into it. Snowflake returns this kick out to the 29-yard line. First down, Snowflake. They get the ball for their 3rd time here in the game today. Hold on. Did we get a turnover?
Yeah, he fumbled.
Wow, take a look at it on the replay. Yep, clean. Ball comes out. First turnover of the game. And ALA will take over after the fumble. They had great field position the first 2 times they had the ball. Now they get it at the Snowflake 29-yard line. The Lobos shooting themselves in the foot.
Delay of game, Eagles.
And it is getting ugly early at home for the Lobos.
Yeah, this could be a 4-touchdown first quarter for ALA. They still have a minute left.
Well, at this point, you've got to believe that Coach Ricedorff and his team they're going for the demoralization factor, Patrick. They're trying to do everything they can to take Snowflake psychologically out of the game, I would think. And if I were them, I would be trying to strike very quickly right here, this possession. I mean, they've got some cushion anyway to work with. 5-yard penalty marked off, 1st and 15, and then a delay of game on the offense. Well, they had all kinds of time, just couldn't get the call they wanted in, and now they'll go back and make it 1st and 20. Snowflake fans like it, but Patrick, they haven't had much to cheer for. They're on their feet now.
Couple of delay of games. Snowflake's pretty happy about that.
When you haven't had a lot to cheer for, you'll take that. So 1st and 20. DeMonte. Quickly. Little seam route. Pass caught. And Bellinger, who caught that touchdown a couple of moments ago, will get back a whole bunch of that yardage lost on the penalty.
There was a penalty marker down.
Far side of the field. Illegal man downfield. So that's going to come back. And that's going to be a loss of down. So Snowflake gets a break after a big chunk play will not stand for ALA.
I believe that's an eligible receiver downfield. First down and 25.
DeMonte throws deep. He's got a cannon and contact at the goal line. That'll be interference. Brandon Phelps is down there. Lance Christensen will get called. He got tangled up with him before the ball got there. That'll be pass interference. And some of that yardage lost on those 3 consecutive ALA penalties. Some of that they're going to get back on this 4th penalty called on 4 straight plays.
Wow. That's all I can say, Lloyd. Wow. Is that a final up on your screen?
I'm with you. Yeah.
I saw that for a minute. Said ALA 60, Snowflake 36. The way this game is going.
Yeah, we've had some issues getting the scoreboard ready and available for our viewers, but I think we're moments away from getting that populated on your screen, everybody, and getting it. You got a scoreboard up there, but we're going to get it a little bit better for you. DeMonte escapes left side, and he'll get a bunch of yardage back after a 15-yard mark-off
Around the left side, gain of about 8.
on that pass interference call. This is a gain of 6 on this play for DeMonte. 2nd down and 4 on the way. So that is officially on this possession. That's the first actual play. I mean, they lined up and tried to run 4 different plays. This one is the one that actually counts. 2nd down and 4. ALA has advanced the ball to the 23-yard line of Snowflake. And a timeout taken.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Eagles 21
on the field because time has run out here in the quarter. Wow. What a start for ALA. You wanted some football. If you're an American Leadership of Academy of Gilbert North fan, you're probably pretty excited about what you're seeing. ALA scores touchdowns on their first 3 possessions of the game, and they lead 21-0. On to the second quarter. Stand by, everybody. Sports Zone Radio's Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Good just doesn't get it done anymore these days. It has to be great. And this is the Great Exchange is on at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. If I told you could bring us your old car or truck keys and exchange them for brand new Toyota keys and then keep your payment the same, probably even lower it, that'd be a no-brainer. Am I right or am I right? The Great Key Exchange is on. Here's what that means to you. Hatch Toyota will give you top dollar for your trade and pay it off. All Toyotas come with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles. And here's the best part. You're in the unique position that your pre-owned vehicle vehicle could actually be worth more than you paid for it. So we can keep your payment the same or even lower it. Cha-ching! This is your best chance to trade up. Your old vehicle is your ticket to a new one if you act now during the Great Exchange at Hatch Toyota and at hatchtoyota.com.
Back into it. And Adam DeMonte and his ALA Eagles offense line things up. A little shift. 3 receivers to the right. Brandon Phelps, the solo receiver on the left. They'll go press coverage on him, but throw the opposite way toward Titan Slade, and it's going to be picked off. No, incomplete. Ball skipped. Ball bounced, but back there defensively was Lance Christensen. And a near turnover committed by ALA, but Snowflake couldn't hold on. Well, that was right where you wanted it, but Christensen couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, Christensen's got to come up with that one. That would have been a big play for the Lobos. Lobos playing a soft cover 2, so there's that little gap in between the cornerback and the free safety back there, and DeMonte's been trying to take advantage of that. Luckily, Christensen being a little bit quicker, able to get over to that ball. Just couldn't come up with it.
Incomplete. Tackle made. Look at Tony Munoz reach out. I mean, Beardall tried to go by him, but Munoz way too much big boy there, and he just drags him down with the one hand. It'll be a no gain. 4th down and 3 on the way. Almost got the horse collar, huh?
Yep. Grabbed the front of his jersey, though. I don't think it was the back.
Ball at the 23-yard line. 4th down. DeMonte rolls out. He's got room to run it, but decides to complete the pass instead, and he does successfully. That's caught out there by. That's caught by Braden Bellinger for the first down.
First down, Eagles.
Yeah, just too easy. They roll out a lot, and DeMonte's good on the run, and just wide open.
7 yards that gain, and a first down. Let's move the chains and a 4th down conversion for American leadership. Approaching 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report on the way. Handoff. Joby, and he's knocked down, and that's a specialty of Lance Christensen. He just turns himself into a human missile, and he makes the tackle in the backfield. 3-yard loss for Joby.
Yeah, nice play by Christensen there. You're right, Floyd. That's kind of his deal. He's shorter. He's a very quick, very strong kid, but he's a little bit shorter, able to kind of get low, kind of hide himself, then just kind of blast through that offensive line and able to make a good tackle.
2nd down and 13. DeMonte trying to shift Joby. He wanted Joby on the left side. Joby went to the right side. So I don't think he's going to figure into the play. We'll see. But DeMonte throws one up toward the end zone. He's just going to throw it away. He had a receiver somewhere in the neighborhood. Phelps was nearby, so you're not going to get the intentional grounding. And I do believe if you get outside the tackle box in high school football now, Patrick, you can throw the ball away. You couldn't do that in the past. You got to get it to the line of scrimmage, though.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think he was out of the tackle spot. I think that's why Snowflake fans are kind of upset, but I think there was still, he didn't throw it that far out of bounds, and there was a receiver right there, so.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to throw a flag on that play.
Yeah.
Now, the officials are having a conference, and maybe it's because of that decision. 3rd down and 13. And it doesn't look like there is anything going on to worry about.
They're going to call intentional grounding on the offense.
Well, there is a penalty.
Yep, they ended up calling.
What did they call? They did call intentional grounding?
Call intentional grounding.
Because I was over there trying to help our technical director for a second. Didn't see that. Yep. So, Patrick, I love the Lobos, but I got to say, I think that DeMonte was, he had a guy near enough by. I don't know why I would call that penalty. But they did. They called it. and it's brought all the way out to the 33-yard line. Wow. 3rd and 30? Long way to go. DeMonte gets a big chunk of that back on a completion of Brandon Phelps. Braden Lewis, among others, getting there, delivering a hit. And it'll be second down. Second down coming up for ALA.
Actually, this is 4th down. There was a loss of downs on that last intentional grounding, so it was 3rd down and about 30. Now it's 4th down and 10.
I appreciate the correction on that, Patrick. Thank you. 18 yards, by the way, the pickup on that last play. So now how about 4th down and 10? 4th down and 10.
Looks like they're going to go for a field goal.
Yep. They're going to try a field goal. This kid has a boot. This is the Phelps. He's kicked every kickoff in the end zone so far, so he has a good leg.
ALA can kick it. That looks beautiful from the angle we're at, and it's good. Tack on some more points, 24-0. Boy, ALA came to play tonight. Snowflake on the receiving end of a very, well, let's just say they can't be too happy right now. Let's grab a timeout. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Second quarter action continues right after this.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to 1 line per household.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
All right, welcome back. As the Eagles get ready to kick this one off. Actually, they kicked it off, and of course it went into the end zone. Snowflake will get the ball on their own 25-yard line again. That kid has a leg. Jeez. He kicked it out of the end zone.
Yeah, you know, ALA's got a lot of talent presented in different ways in the special teams aspect of the game as well. Easton Butler wants to run. He breaks a tackle. Butler's got some room to run for a first down. And so far, Snowflake's biggest gain from scrimmage. 20-yard run for Butler. And the Lobo fans respond in kind.
Yeah, nice job by Easton. Spread the field, found a hole. Easton needed to make sure he holds on to that football. He's had a tendency to have some fumbles this year, and they did a good job there holding on to the football.
20-yard gain, handoff. 3 yards this time.
Number 26,
the pickup.
Raven up the middle, gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Lobos tried a new number in that backfield, Patrick.
Yeah, it was number 26, Carter Rabin, sophomore running back for the Lobos. Picked up a few.
3 yards that gain. The ball out to the 43-yard line. There's a guy split out to the right. You'd like to see him get involved, right? Davin McCray?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Jet sweep. And I think that was Lance Christensen carrying the football. And it looks like, no, it was Jet McCray. And a no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Big play here for the Lobos. They, like I said, they pull out something here and there and look really good, but then they just kind of shut down. So need to kind of keep this drive alive, keep their defense off the field. With 7.5 minutes to go still in this first half, down 24-0.
My apologies on that, everybody. Here's the pass completed, needed 7 yards, and the Lobos are going to get, it looks like 8 yards. And is that Davin McCray?
That's Davin
figured
McCray.
in?
Yep.
Listen, Davin, tell you a little something. He got 4 passes for better than 100 yards in the first game of the season against Northwest Christian. Since then, in the 4 games since then, he has a total of 4 more catches for less than 100 yards. So of his 8 catches coming into the game, half of those came in the first game. And that was a nice pickup on that last play. And here's a little swing out to the near side. Was that McCray that got 1 yard on the play? 2nd down and 9. Second down play, Snowflake in Eagle territory. Jet McCray's got a first down for the Lobos. Snowflake starting to get some things done. 10-yard gain on that run for McCray. And move those chains.
Yeah, nice job that time by the offensive line. Big hole for McCray.
It was that previous, or that pass to Lance Christensen out to the right side. Little chip away action right there, and that'll be a gain of 6. 6 yards to pick up, 2nd down and 6 on the way. And whistles, and we'll get stoppage and timeout call. American Leadership calls timeout with 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They lead the game 24-0 over Snowflake as we welcome you all to our coverage of White Mountains football here. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons, Patrick Austin, and a 4A matchup. Snowflake now a member of the 4A conference. In the toughest region in the conference that features that team across the way. This is a region game, so ALA plays in the same region. So does Ben Franklin, and so does Apache Junction. That's a tough little region that they play in.
Absolutely. Top 3 out of the top 10 teams in that conference. So going to be tough here on out as they travel to Apache Junction next week to play in Apache Junction Thursday night football. And then a few more after that with Seton Catholic, Combs, Poston Butte, Ben Franklin. Going to have to bring it every week. Got to get some confidence going into next week. Got to put some points on the board here tonight. Like I said, don't count them out. It's 24-0, but they've had these games all year. These Eagles have. They come out strong, and see if the Lobos can come up with some momentum here.
2nd down and 7, handoff to Rabin. He'll go the right side and get it to the 30-yard line. And a nice little pickup on the play. Gain of 5 yards to leave 2 to get. 3rd down and 2 on the way for Snowflake. Hustled to the line. Butler calls it out. No movement by that 4-man front for the Eagles. So he'll check again on the sideline. Short side of the field, the right side, and they'll stack the receivers up. 3 receivers on that side. A little diamond look from that receiver setup, and they go up the middle. Try to spread it to get the running game going, and a 3-yard gain for Rabin for the first down.
Nice job again by the Lobos. Carter Rabin finding a little hole at the middle, gets the first down. Keep this going.
The big boys gave him just enough. Butler throws, and it's incomplete. Looking for McCray. Davin McCray was his target on the far side, but on the run with the chase coming at him, Butler couldn't quite hit the mark. Incomplete.
There's a flag on the play. They're going to call roughing the passer on that.
Guess what? That is the first time this season that Chuck Copeland, the referee who is indicating roughing the passer, first time he has called roughing the passer all season.
Really?
I know that because I talked to him and his crew before the game, and he mentioned that. Well, they were kind of having they were giving some credence to the NFL referees as we watch Jet McCray take the ball up the middle into the end zone. Snowflake is on the board with their first points of the game. 15-yard touchdown run for Jet McCray.
Just what the Lobos needed. Needed a little boost. And I got it there with a nice run up the middle by Jet McCray. A nice job by that offensive line again for the Lobos. Having some success on the ground. Just have to put it together defensively and see if they can get a couple of stops.
And if you're a Snowflake fan, you have to start hoping for, as they nail the point after, you have to start hoping for that thing that ALA has been famous for. They have been famous for getting early leads and giving them up. Can Snowflake be the next one in line to get something back after falling behind big? It's now 24-7. ALA still out in front with 5:16 on the clock, second quarter. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
So the kick is good, everybody, and we welcome you back. 5:16 on the clock. Snowflake, well, they just put together an 11-play, 80-yard drive, scoring drive, to get points on the board for the first time today, and there's whistles on this kick. I don't see any flags down, so perhaps they're saying the officials weren't ready, did not give them the all clear, Patrick.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, there is a penalty.
Moving them back.
No, it's offside. Offside on the kicking team.
Well, that's not good for the Lobos. You don't really have a kicker that can kick that in the end zone, so you're going to have another possession where the Eagles are going to get good field position.
So the Lobos are pushed back 5 yards. They'll kick from the 35, and the Eagles do stand to get great field position. The Eagles have had the ball 4 times today. They've scored on every possession. And Beardall takes it just out across the 30-yard line. First down for the Eagles offense. Adam DeMonte to bring them out. After you take a look at that instant replay. Great look from our guys. Great job by our production team led by Derek Simmons, our producer. Our technical director is Fernando Quintana. Nando, as we call him around here. And we are going to start calling him, Patrick, see if you get this one. How about Nando Calrissian?
Oh, yeah?
Nando Calrissian. You get that? That makes sense? Star Wars guy, Nando, are you? The Star Wars guy? He shakes his head. No, he doesn't. There might be girls listening. He does not want to admit to being there. From the 31-yard line, tipped. Almost intercepted. Great hands. And that was Braden Lewis deflecting the pass, incomplete.
Man, Lobos with a couple of opportunities here to pick DeMonte off, and got to take advantage, especially down 24-7. You can come up with that interception, give your team a great opportunity with good field position. Unable to get a handle on it.
Well, that would have been a tough grab, but a makeable interception, and would have been a big play. Certainly the crowd was liking the results as it was. Handoff. Not much room to run for Beardall. He got a yard on the play. 3rd down and 9 on the way.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Lobos got a shot. Shut this thing down. Get a punt. Get the ball back before half.
I'm going to say something right now. That tackle was not made. Well, Matt Brimhall was in on the tackle, among others. Tackle was not made by Tony Munoz, but right now Tony is pretty much unblockable if you don't put 2 or 3 guys on him. Here's a pass just behind the receiver, and Slade will have it go through his hands. Titan Slade could not haul it in. It would have been a tough catch behind him, and that goes incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 9. Will Snowflake get their first stop today?
Yeah, Titan just right through his hands again, thrown a little bit behind him, a very makeable catch, and
That's the second time today that Titan has not caught a ball that he probably would admit he should. Hey, look at how tall the long snapper is.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed him. He's the center also. So
is he?
Well, I don't know. If, yeah, I think
is he now?
I think it is, but their center is pretty small also. But
well, he delivers a beautiful snap, that's for sure. And here's a kick. Beautiful punt. Turn that thing over. It's muffed. Snowflake are they going to turn this ball over? Wow, that was a wonderful punt.
Wow.
By Brandon Phelps. And Snowflake is going to get a huge break in making a recovery. Fortunate the Lobos did not turn that one over.
Too much time to think about that one. That was a very high kick. And just had too much time to think there, Floyd. That's a hard catch when you're looking at it for that long. And, I mean, he just totally misjudged that one as it came down. So, fortunately, the Lobos was able to recover that.
I think he was a little bit mesmerized on the whole thing. Well, how about Snowflake scoring a touchdown and then the defense getting a 3-and-out stop to give the offense the football. And up the middle it goes. That might have been Rabin again carrying the football.
Rabin up the middle.
And he got a modest gain, 3 yards the pickup on the play, and 2nd down and 7 on the way.
2nd down and 7.
Well, Tony Munoz playing on that offensive line. You mentioned him earlier. I think he's still out there on that offensive line. And Snowflake's big guys in the middle trying to see if they can give some room to run for their dudes. Not this time. That'll be Lerma carrying the football and a short gain, if anything, on that play. Marker out from the umpire.
And that's going to bring the Lobos back with a holding call.
10 yards will be the mark off. So 2nd down and 17 is what Snowflake will face. Well, what do you think, Patrick? Is it time for one of those patented Snowflake screen passes?
I haven't seen a whole lot of those this year. I've tried to ask a few times about that, and I haven't seen a screen pass from the Snowflake offense maybe since week 1. Seriously, I have not seen a screen pass in a while.
Tyler Clare is going to go out in the slot on the right side. Lance Christensen is the flanker out. Pushed out further on that right side. And Butler wants to throw. There's the screen to the wide receiver. And it's diagnosed beautifully by the defender. Beardall comes up, makes that tackle. And let's see if Snowflake gets anything out of it.
Gain of 1.
Yeah, exactly. 1 yard pickup. 3rd down at 16.
Well, somebody's got to get to the sticks here. This is one of those plays where you got to roll Butler out to the wide side of the field, try to get a little bit of room for him to find somebody open, find a gap, something. Gotta get something. You got to get the first down here with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Keep those momentum going, try to get down and get a score before half.
Patrick, you mentioned it before. I'm surprised at how many of these ALA players go both ways. It's like all their skilled guys do, it seems. Here's contact on McRae as the ball gets there. The official said it was clean, and they're going to credit Austin Ziderchek with a good defensive play as he breaks it up. Incomplete. 4th down on the way. 4th and 16 for Snowflake. Looks like the ball kind of squirted out a little bit. Of course, the receiver also fell down.
Yeah, he wasn't to the sticks. And I don't know if they were just trying to get him the ball, see if he could make a play, get a first down, but he was still about 4 or 5 yards from being at a first down.
Snowflake looks to give ALA good field position and a lot of time on the clock. 2:37 as the ball gets away on a short kick. No return necessary. And it will be down in Snowflake territory just inside the 45-yard line.
Fielded by 55, Ethan Christensen. 1st and 10.
Well, you see it all the time, Patrick. You see the deficiencies in the special teams game for these high school teams, and you have to ask yourself, I ask myself a lot, why? Why is that the case? When I was a kid, Patrick, I loved to go out, hang out at the park or the field. I would kick the ball, punt the ball. it just doesn't seem like kids are doing that anymore these days. You get a kid that can go out there and just naturally boom it. Time to time, roll out DeMonte, throwing toward the sideline. Sliding catch made by Titan Slade. He's going to haul that one in right at the 10-yard mark. First down, ALA, and 10 yards on the pickup. Make it 11. I'm going to call that 11 yards the game. First down play. Patrick, I'll bet you could punt the football.
I wasn't much of a kicker, even though I was the same way. Loved to kick and throw and just go out and do that, but we had a player on our high school football team named George Ashton could kick the heck out of the ball, so we didn't need me out there.
Look at this catch out there. Again, it's Slade hauling this one in. Slade with a 9-yard gain. Just shy of the first down. Second down and about a yard to go. Well, Titan Slade missed the first couple of targets tonight. Since then, he's caught a couple of passes. Redeem himself a bit. And with just under 90 seconds left here in the first half, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints. Halftime report on the way. DeMonte will heave it to the end zone, double coverage. Phelps unable to catch up to it, incomplete.
I like how they just throw it up, though. They got those athletes, and that kid's about 6'4" out there. Big kid, just a junior, too. And just throw it up to him. Let your players make a play.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of an NFL kind of play. They do that on Sundays all the time. Well, quarterbacks that can do it. Third down play, short yardage, and that one's going to be stopped in the backfield. No first down. Matt Brimhall downhill all the way. What a hit by Matt.
Yeah, nice job just coming up and meeting them right in the middle. That was a great job by Matt Brimhall. What do you expect from that kid? Just sees the ball well, plays the ball well.
No gain on that play. Fourth down and about 2.5 feet to go for Adam DeMonte and American Leadership. And they're going to go quarterback sneak. They shifted and went under center and got the first down yardage. That's a gain of a yard on the play, and that is good enough to move the sticks for ALA. That's Luke Assay who stepped up, got under center, and got the yardage.
Going to be enough for the first.
I agree with that, by the way, Patrick. I hate on those short yardage situations like that. I hate to see teams snap it from the gun and try to pick up that short yardage.
I'm a little bit old school when it comes to that.
DeMonte. And he'll skip it in, incomplete. Looking for Slade again over that far side. Check the numbers on Adam DeMonte here in a second. Going into halftime here, 26 seconds. Stop the clock on that incomplete pass.
Yeah, Lobos need to hold here. No touchdowns. No touchdowns before half. 26 seconds left.
DeMonte, 10 of 17 for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns and a Snowflake defensive timeout here. 2nd and 10. The ball is just inside the 25-yard line for the Eagles. Floyd Simmons, Patrick Austin here on this one tonight from Snowflake High School. And the Eagles came out, scored touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. One of those was a touchdown off of a Snowflake turnover on a kick return. ALA made them pay, and they've got that big early lead. Snowflake scored to answer eventually. This after a field goal was connected on. Snowflake got some points on the board and then got a 3-and-out, but they were unable to do anything after that. And here they are defensively trying to see if they can get out without any further damage. But you got to feel like with 2 timeouts left, there's a lot of time for American Leadership to do something right here.
Absolutely, and you know that they have a great kicker. So this is a pitch shot for him, I think, at this distance. So got a good leg, not a lot of pressure. Going to try to get in the end zone these next couple of plays. If not, they'll kick the field goal.
It's like a Patrick Austin sandwich, huh? 2nd down and 10. DeMonte looks left, gets some pressure. He's going to run for his life around the left side. A lot of room to throw, though, and Phelps has the catch. He'll get knocked out. Well, he got hit a number 3 or 4 times. And he is going to be marked down. They're going to give him some forward progress to about the 11-yard line. A quick timeout taken by Randy Ricedorff and the Eagles. Boy, Phelps got, he might have wanted to go down because he eventually took a pretty good shot. And boy, I'm trying to just check the yardage there. 11 yards, I guess, is the gain on the play. Stays up right there, and then here comes everybody.
You just got to make that play defensively, Floyd. You had a great opportunity to get a sack there. Got to make those plays. I know that that's a really good quarterback that can avoid that pressure, but you just got to be a better athlete and come up and make that hit. That would have been a huge play for the Lobos if he could have got a sack right there.
Leaves us with 11 seconds remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is coming up. Big thank you to Hatch Toyota, presenting sponsors of the Game of the Week broadcast here at Sports Zone Radio. They bring you the Friday Night Football show. We'll follow up the Game of the Week broadcast here from Snowflake High School with the Ace Hardware scoreboard show. And there's, by the way, going to be a dance on the field. I don't know if you know that, Patrick, but there's a dance here after the game. So,
all right,
we'll get to enjoy the dance while we bring the folks the Ace Hardware scoreboard show. Here we go. First down play, snap it. DeMonte, marker down. Pink laundry on the field from the far side. Offside on the defense. That'll move the ball to the 6-yard line.
Wow.
Offside, Snowflake.
So it'll be first down and 5 now. 9 seconds remain. They're going to have to put the 2 seconds back up there, aren't they?
Yeah, you would think so.
And they are asking him. Get the two seconds that burned off on that snap. Get it back on there. So 11 seconds remaining in the half. ALA is at the 6-yard line.
Come on, Lobos fans. Let's make some noise for your defense.
Ball at the Snowflake 6-yard line. DeMonte throws quick left side. That pass is incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
He threw it to the wrong side for Phelps. Phelps is asking for a marker, and that will leave 7 seconds here in the half. Well, you go right at your main guy right there, don't you? There's a little hand fight going on. Incomplete.
Just tried to throw that back shoulder. You see that a lot in the NFL, college now. Just kind of get your defender on his heels and then bring it back.
Boy,
nice job by Braden Frost.
DeMonte is missing on a lot of his targets last couple of possessions. Motion. Roll out to the right. Adam DeMonte. And a step up. Little stumble. Throw it up high in the air. And it is caught for the touchdown between two defenders. Brandon Phelps, that's what makes him special. That's why those D1 schools want a piece of this guy. And it was up between two defenders. He was bracketed, but he's the guy with the hops. He brought it down for the touchdown. Just throw it up there.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible football. You just don't do that. But, hey, you throw it up and give your athletes a chance.
American leadership on the board again. That is a 6-yard touchdown pass. Covered a lot of territory, didn't it? That ball was up there in the air a long time. It covered a lot of linear distance, but it was only 6 yards of actual football field to get into the end zone, and the point after try is good on the final play of the first half. Snowflake has a little work to do, Patrick. They're going to have to diagnose and figure out a few things as they go into halftime down by 24 points.
Go get him!
Wow. You a little shell-shocked over there?
A little bit. I just, I'm trying to put it together. I thought that this was a bigger game, that Snowflake Lobos would come out a little bit more fired up, ready to play. Just things happened so quickly in that first quarter, putting up 21 points, and I haven't quite been able to recover from that. Looks, okay offensively on occasion, but so far the Eagles having their way with the Lobos.
And they have scored on every possession but one. One time. Snowflake, at least I'll check the drive chart here in a moment. A lot of work for the Lobos at halftime. It's 31-7. ALA in front of Snowflake. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way here in just a moment. Stand by for it. Back to Snowflake. Right after this, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains
execute. So that's a run by number 5, and there's flags on the field. We're going to get a holding call, I believe, on the Eagles on this play. We'll see what they got here. Holding on the Eagles and a personal foul face mask on the Lobos. Going to be offsetting penalties again. We'll replay first down.
Face mask on the Lobos. Repeat first down.
First down and 10 on the Eagles' 30-yard line. 29-yard line, I guess I should say. Just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Eagles with a big lead, 31-7.
First down play. And DeMonte rolls and throws against the grain. Pass caught. Nice tiptoe on the sidelines. Phelps hauls it in. And that'll be short of the first down, but a gain on the play of 6 yards. Mark them down right at the 35-yard line. Second down and 4 on the way for the Eagles. That second down play. They'll throw to that sideline for Phelps again. First down as he goes out across the 40-yard line. Gain on the play of 6 this time and a first down.
First down.
I think they could run that play all night. Big cushion over there by Braden Frost. He's just taking off, turning it about 5 or 6 yards, and easy pass and throw. Pass and catch, excuse me.
So first down, are they setting them up? You think that's what they're doing with those little short passes to Phelps? A little swing out left side on this play from the backfield. McKay Beardall tried to make a move, ended up getting bit by that turf monster. 2-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, I tried to make a cut back, just slipped.
Number 5, now a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8.
Second down, the Snowflake defense. How about Davin McCray out there at that corner spot on the left side? I haven't seen that much this year. Beardall knocked down. Matt Brimhall there to meet him right at the line of scrimmage. He gained a yard on the play, but Brimhall with another great defensive play for Snowflake.
Yeah, Lobos have cleaned it up a little bit on this run game of the Eagles, and Matt Brimhall right there, big tackle.
Third down and 7.
Third down play coming up. This is big for the Snowflake defense. Third down at 7. Got to get into Snowflake territory to the 49 for a first down. Looking left. He was looking for Phelps for a moment. A lot of pressure. Gets it away. Pass caught. And Beardall is knocked down. Shy of the first down. He is going to be 3 yards shy out to the 48-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. And a fourth down on the way.
Nice job by the Lobos. Pressure, finally some pressure on the quarterback. See Tony Munoz, Jordan Mowers back there, Bryce White. And a nice job by those linebackers coming up and making the tackle. There's Matt Brimhall again.
Fourth down play. Look at the Snowflake defensive line is all up in a 2-point stance and a yard off the ball not to jump. That was a good call. And here's a punt that's going to bounce around, and it's downfielded by ALA inside the 25-yard line. Decent punt. Snowflake will have a big field in front of them, but they have been moving the ball decently since that first quarter. We'll see if Snowflake can put something together here as flip the sides of the field, and it's 31-7 still. Comfortable lead for ALA, but time remaining for the Lobos to turn this thing around. If they can get something happening right now, they'll work from their own 23-yard line.
Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lobos need to go down.
J.J. Lerma And he will lower the shoulders. And he gets hit pretty hard. A couple of those defenders stepping up for ALA to make the stop on the play.
Second down and 9.
Check one of those numbers right in the middle. We've seen this guy in the middle of a bunch of plays. Trevor Tenney. I'm looking at the wrong team. Sorry, but no, that's Trevor Tenney. I had it right. Give left side and a nice first down run after that 2-yard gain a moment ago. This one is going to go for 9 yards and a first down for the Lobos.
Nice job by Carter Raven there. That's what you got to do. You got to hit that hole hard. And he did. He hit it at full speed. Was able to kind of sneak through a couple of tackles and pick up a big first down for the Lobos.
3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, third quarter. Snowflake, spread offense, quarterback draw. Butler battling his way out to near the 40-yard line. Call it the 39, 5-yard gain for Easton. Well, he is doing the best he can to summon up the spirit of Caden Cantrell, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to hold on to that football. That's all I'm saying is you got to hold on to that football.
We'll correct that as they move the spot up for a 6-yard gain on that last play for Easton. Second down and 4. The ball right at the nose of the ball, right at the 40-yard line for the Lobos. Butler again. Yeah, he's going to come up a little shy. 3-yard gain this time. Third down and 1 for Snowflake. Well, Patrick, as you've been watching the offensive flow here and the play calling, what do you think they're up to here? What do you think they're going to do on third down and short, and maybe even enough to measure here? What do you got, Patrick?
Well, I would get under center and run a quarterback sneak, but I don't think that Trevor Reddick's going to do that. So I'm not sure. The way things have been going, I'm thinking they're going to run their quarterback again, but we'll see. I think they're asking for a spot on this.
Well, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, call first down.
Okay. Snowflake is going to get the first down on the eyeball. Hey, that's like an indoor football league thing, Patrick. You know, I get to call those Arizona Rattlers games. We produce the Tucson Sugar Skulls broadcast. They're going to add time, put some time on the clock here. But Patrick, they never measure in indoor football. Okay, it's all an eyeball thing. Every one of those. Keep that game moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep that clock going. Keep the action going.
That's what makes those arena football games so fun.
First down play, handoff, Rabin, and he gets hit, and he'll fall forward with a 3-yard gain on that play. Snowflake is moving it the hard way. It's the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach out of the shotgun. Don't normally call that out of the shotgun. Rabin, a little less than 3 yards this time. He is out to the 49-yard line. 2 yards to pick up on the play. Third down and 5.
Third down and 5.
Nope. This is a tough one right here because I don't think they have a run play that they can guarantee themselves 6 yards here. So I'm thinking either a quick little pass play or
an option. Right side. That is going to work out too well. Great job pursuing defense on that left side of the defense for ALA, and they are able to hold that to just a 2-yard pickup for Rabin. Well, Patrick, maybe we'll get a little space here in the broadcast. Give me an update on the running attack for Snowflake. As we watch a pass deflected, boy, that was in traffic, looking for Tyler Clare. It'll bring up 4th down and 3 on that incomplete pass. There were defenders all around Tyler. And it's off his hands, incomplete. But, you know, I expected to see a lot more Jet McRae featured in the running game and or J.J. Lerma. Didn't expect to see Rabin. I know he's a valuable part of their attack, but I didn't expect to see him as much as we've seen him tonight.
Yeah, I didn't either. We haven't seen a whole lot of Jet McRae, to tell you the truth, have we? He scored the touchdown on the 15-yard runs, had a few carries, but not a whole lot from Jet McRae tonight.
Snowflake gives it up on that fourth down try. Pass out to Beardall. Nat Brimhall slowed him down, and then Lance Christensen got the tackle right at the Snowflake 49. Gain of 2 yards on the play.
Nice job by Brimhall getting out there, slowing that one up. Wasn't able to quite complete the tackle. But read it just right.
So into Snowflake territory, familiar place for the Eagles today. They're going to throw it into the seam. How did that get caught? And a big gain for ALA. They're going to take it to the 21-yard line. That's a 28-yard gain on that play. Was that
Picks up a nice chunk of yards.
was that Bellinger that caught that pass?
Number 7, I think.
Yeah, that's Braden Bellinger. He goes for 28 yards. First down at the Snowflake 21. Well, that one found its way as a completed pass. We watched the running attack go back to work. That's Joby carrying the ball over the right side. A nice little pickup on that play. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Timeout taken.
No, that's going to be quarter.
Pardon me on that. It is a timeout. Technically,
it is. It's a timeout.
It's official's timeout because the quarter has ended. And it's, once again, Snowflake is having their struggles. There's no question about it. That'll give us an opportunity to get a word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. That's Hatch Toyota, everybody. Score has not changed since halftime. And that's not good news for Snowflake. ALA 31, Snowflake 7. The Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. The fourth quarter is on the way next, everybody.
At Hatch Toyota in Show Low, it's a great time to buy a new in-stock Toyota or quality late model low mileage car, truck, or SUV. We've made it twice as nice to buy at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. At Hatch Toyota, we'll double your down payment up to $2,000 on any new in-stock Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. That means your payment can be hundreds less than anywhere else. Put $1,000 down? Hatch Toyota says double it to $2,000 down. Put $2,000 down? Hatch Toyota says double it to $4,000. Every vehicle will cost less per month if you buy now. Hatch Toyota will double your down payment up to $2,000 on any in-stock new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Get a vehicle and keep your payments low, really low.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
All offers for benefits, tax, title, license, and dealer recommendation fees. Do not be combined with any other offers or sale items.
Flags are down. Pink Laundry on the field. And a delay?
No. Put his hand across his chest. What does that mean? It's not in. What was it? Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't see it, but just 12 men on the field.
Too many dudes. 5-yard mark off. Second down and 9. Still in striking range. Still technically right now the ball, nose of the ball in the red zone for ALA. Little forward toss. That'll be a pass play. That'll be a completed pass is what that is. To Boston Morris. Boston is the guy who scored the second touchdown of the game earlier on for ALA. And he gets a 2-yard pickup. Third down and 7. Straight ahead.
The thing you got to realize too with this ALA team, they're young. I mean, they have a lot of juniors and sophomores out there playing. So this is a team that's going to be good for the next couple of years. So I can see where Ricedorff, might have the urge to want to move up because he's going to have a really good team next year too. They'll lose DeMonte, but still some great players.
Third down play coming up. The Cowbells making some noise for Snowflake. DeMonte in trouble, escapes. Now time to throw and decides to run. And he is out at the 17-yard line. This will be a gain of about a yard. Yep, that's exactly what he got. 1 yard to pick up on the play for DeMonte to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Eagles offense. Congratulations to the Sholo Cougars, everybody. They got a win at Window Rock tonight, 56-12, the final score. Somebody reported a score in the comments section of our broadcast. Thank you for doing that. I'm struggling to believe whether or not it's real or not. A second half score at Monument Valley, 32-21, Monument Valley in front of Blue Ridge. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it is a little difficult to fathom.
Wow.
I would be shocked to delay a game on ALA. Going to move back 5 yards. I'm sure they're still going to try the kick here coming up. 4th down.
Yeah, with this kid's leg, like I said, this is a chip shot.
He has been perfect on points after, and he also converted a field goal try earlier on in the game. This one now is a fake. Flip it to Phelps around the right side. And Phelps is knocked down. Ball comes out. And that should be Snowflake's ball. It's going to go out of bounds for Snowflake inside the 10-yard line. It ends up being a nice little gain. I have that as a going to get yardage. Well, look, it's fumbled forward out of bounds. They're going to have to talk about this, Patrick, because that went out of bounds past the first down, the line to gain, and nobody else had touched it or possessed it. Whose ball is that? If it's knocked out by Snowflake, whose ball is that?
Yeah, it's 4th down, so it can't go. I mean, that's just you can't give it to. That's a rule. It's got to be a rule.
That's
you
the
can't
That's the
fumble
date. It's a first down. That's the Dave Casper thing. Remember, he fumbled into the end zone, fumbled forward. So he fumbles it forward. I wonder if we have a good look at how the ball came out. Do we have a look at that, guys? Take a look here. See if it shows up on this look. Brandon Phelps running the ball. It's hard to tell how it came out from that look. It fumbles forward, and it's a first down.
Looks like Christensen might have touched it, too, before it went out of bounds.
Maybe that's why they said. Here's the marker down. I'll go back on that. I think that was a 17-yard gain on that last play, and that is a first down for ALA. They keep it alive in the most, unusual way possible. Fumble it forward out of bounds.
There's no way you can do that. There's no way.
Look,
that's possible.
It kind of looks to me like he
meant to.
He might have fumbled himself. Oh, again,
you can't do that.
You
can't do that.
There was no contact on the ball. I'm not saying he didn't accidentally fumble it, but he could have as well maybe done it himself. I don't know. Hard to tell. Timeout taken.
Yeah.
Out on the field. First down to 15.
And if you're going to do that, I'd do that every time. If you've got a 4th and short, what do you got to lose? Run the play to the outside, and right before you go down, just toss the ball out in front of you.
Oops, sorry.
It's the same thing.
Well, that's what just happened right there. Well, listen, before the game, here's Coach Solomon questioning, asking what in the world just happened to Chuck Copeland. We'll watch it again, and here's that hit by Davin McCray. The ball conveniently came out. Well, look, Christensen, did he possess it? He got hands on it, and he's rolling with the football. It's possible that...
Yeah, because Christensen got his hands on it right there, too.
I mean, I don't know if you could say that, we got those 2 looks. We don't have any other look. I don't know. That was unusual.
There's no way that can be a first down for them.
Well, listen, Chuck, before the game, he invited me. He said, hey, listen, anytime you guys want to have us on or call us or talk to us about some of these interpretations, we're happy to do it. So maybe I'll see if I can get Chuck to give us an explanation after the game. First down and goal to go. Or no, it's actually first down and 15 from, I think, the 16. Okay, and there's an incomplete pass from DeMonte over the middle.
Pass incomplete.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I've never seen that.
So the best look we have is that distance camera shot, and it doesn't look like the tackler, who was Davin McCray, put his helmet, shoulder pads, any part of his body on the football, just came out, fumbled forward, Lance Christensen kind of had the ball as he was rolling over, and it went out of bounds. Here's an incomplete pass off the fingertips of McKay Beardall. Well, whoever wins this game is in the driver's seat for a moment. In the, is it the 4A East Sky region?
That's right. That is right.
Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 15. DeMonte looking to his left. He's going to spin out. Directing traffic, throwing back into traffic there.
He almost caught it too.
4 defenders around the receiver. Phelps, and you're right, he almost caught it in between all those guys. Oh, man. He's a special player. These guys are just, that just turned into playground football right here.
Look at this. Went right through his hands.
Wow.
Went right through his hand. He could have got that.
4th down play coming up. Kicking team is on. That's Phelps.
Well, if I was ALA, I'd fake it again, run around that right end, try to get to the 1st down. If you don't, throw it across the first down marker.
Fumble it across, right? Here's the kick.
To go.
It's on the way. Looks like it might be pulled left. It is. Missed that field goal. Well, you know, Brandon Phelps hasn't done much wrong tonight. It's hard to fault the guy who's probably not a full-time kicker, just happens to kick for the team, has a great leg. He's had a great game, but that one is just going to be a little bit wide left. There's that fake field goal try again. Here comes contact, and then the ball just kind of flips out there. And
I don't know.
And it's out of
I'm going to have to look at that one.
Well, we've given the best look we can at it. Here's one more look as Snowflake will go back on offense. Wow. Well, you know, it's got a swing in his arms, you know, and the ball just flew out there. Here comes Jet McCray around the left side. Halfback pass downfield. Come back to it. Pass caught for a big play. I'm not sure that that's exactly the way it was drawn up. But it's executed nonetheless by Snowflake for a big gain and a 1st down.
This kid, Jet McCray, came to my quarterback camp a few years ago, and he had the best arm of all the quarterbacks out there. Yeah, Jet played quarterback all growing up, so.
22-yard gain, and now this handoff goes nowhere for Rabin. The sophomore gets met right in the hole. A number of those different Eagles defenders are there to make the play. Among them, Josh Gutermilch on that play. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Second down play. They fake it, and it's off McCray's fingertips. Incomplete.
Just can't sustain a drive, and it's been like this the last few games. Just can't quite get something going.
Incomplete pass there brings up 3rd down. Stop the clock with 10:17 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 31-7. ALA in front of Snowflake. Going to fake to McCray, throw down the middle deep. And that is caught. No, incomplete, but a marker down. I believe they're going to call pass interference on the ALA defender trying to stay with Davin McCray. The young man back there deep defensively was Austin Izadorchek.
It's a great pass by Butler. Davin's got to go up there and catch that at the highest point, but grabbing his jersey a little bit in that back arm, but fortunately for the Lobos, get a 1st down out of it. But look at their defense. I don't know if they'll run the same as they had on that last possession, Floyd, but they've got all 11 guys in the box. They don't have a free safety. They've got everybody ran up. It's just crazy.
What does that tell you, right?
Yep.
Defensively, they just don't think that Snowflake can beat them deep in the vertical passing game. Hand off to Jet McCray, and McCray is hit in the backfield. McKay Beardall. knifed him through there defensively, and the tackle for loss.
Nice tackle by number 5.
2 yards.
1 yard loss on the play. Second down.
Too quick to run outside. 11 guys in the box. Can't run it up the middle. What do you do, Floyd? What do you do?
Your options are limited. I guess you fake it and try to throw it. And is that the first catch of the day for Tyler Clare?
I think so.
Second catch today. 6 yards the gain on the play.
Picks up about 5 yards, maybe 6.
Third down and 5 coming up for Snowflake. They have the ball at the ALA 39-yard line now. 9:18 remaining here in regulation. 31-7. ALA in front. Let's grab a timeout after this third down play. Well, we'll get a quick station ID. There's a nice pass over the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown, Snowflake. Ezra Baum, the sophomore, exploited that lack of safety over the top coverage on that defense for ALA, and that's a touchdown for the Lobos. 39 yards.
Well, that's what I was talking about, Floyd, right there. That's what you got to do. You've got to get to the middle of the field, and that's exactly what the Lobos did. Found Baum going right down the middle of the field, but when you have 11 guys in the box like that and they're playing man-to-man, you've got to expose the middle of the field, and that time they were able to.
Take what the defense is going to give you, right? The kick is no good for Snowflake. They fail on the point after. And with 8:56 remaining here in the fourth period, let's get a word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. That's White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We're back to Snowflake as they tack on a touchdown. 31-13, ALA in front. Back after this. Stand by.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Back into Snowflake, everybody. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
Live local coverage of Sports Zone Radio's award-winning broadcast coverage presented on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. Broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio in the White Mountains. And there's a short kick covered up, downed. And ALA has it at their own 31-yard line. They lead 31-13 now. 8:55 remaining here in this fourth quarter. After play-by-play of the game of the week, we invite you to stick around for the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, the show the coaches call right here. Sports Zone Radio. Taking another look at the touchdown there on the replay, and no safety help. Ezra Baum made him pay. Hey, is that something we can expect the next couple of years? Is Ezra, he looks like a carbon copy of his older brother, Noah Baum. It's really hard to tell the difference when you just look at the two of them in street clothes. But is he going to be that kind of receiver?
Yeah, I think so. I think expectations are high with him, and I definitely think that he has great potential for sure. So he'll be someone you see the next couple of years for sure.
11-yard gain to McKay Beardall. ALA's offense is not done working just yet.
All right, let's not break any windows.
They gain 11. They're at their own 42-yard line. Head up left side. And that'll be a near first down gain for Beardall. He is brought down right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line. 8 yards the pickup on that play.
Yeah, ALA just running the ball, trying to get their run game going a little bit, and doing a good job on those first couple of plays for sure.
Might have spotted the ball back about almost a full yard, but let's see if ALA can They don't care. They're going to get the first down anyway. That mark is to the 47, 3-yard gain this time, and a first down to move the chains for ALA. Well, these two teams have quite a recent history, don't they, Patrick? Playoff football the last couple of years.
Yeah, they didn't meet last year at all. ALA ended up losing it to Yuma Catholic in the semifinals, and Snowflake beat Valley Christian to move on to the finals, and that was it last year. But the year before, 2 years ago, they met in the semifinals, went into overtime. Snowflake came out, went up big on ALA in the first half. ALA stormed back in the second half, tied the game. And, Ricedorff mentioned it in his pregame. He made a call at the end instead of trying to kick an extra point. He went for it to go for 2 to win the game. Was shut down short by 2 years ago Tony Munoz, number 76 for the Lobos, and wasn't able to complete that 2-point conversion. And he says he's dreamed about that for 2 years since. So,
first down play. Joby has it. He gets stood up by Lance Christensen, and several of Lance's teammates get in on the action there after a 5-yard pickup. Second down and 10 for ALA. Now under 7 minutes remaining in the game today. From the gun, DeMonte fumbles on the exchange. Snowflake makes him pay. Big tackle, and for the first time today, you can say a quarterback sack for Snowflake. Jordan Mowers gets to him. Patrick, on the Friday Night Football show, I felt like the guy who had to have a big game today because he would be applying pressure to Adam DeMonte was that guy right there, 42, Jordan Mowers. There's a quarterback sack, but Snowflake defensively has not gotten to the quarterback prior to that, and that was made possible by that fumbled snap. Here's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, nice job by Jordan Mowers. I've been wanting to say his name all night. And he's done a good job. He's done a good job containing back there. It's hard when you got those 3 front linemen. They've kind of thrown everybody in the back trying to defend the pass. And he's done a good job. He's tried really hard. Jordan's a great player. The one name that I haven't called tonight that missed 2 weeks ago against Bradshaw Mountain, that's Bryce White. Expected to hear him quite a bit tonight too.
Fourth down at 17. Pretty good punt. That is going to carry him into the end zone. Oh no, that's down at the 1. They got there. The officials say anyway that they got there right under that almost blood red moon in the background. That is downed. Take a look at it. It's a good job. Wow, great coverage. And Snowflake is going to have to work from their own 1-yard line. Beautifully done.
Well, it'd be something if the Lobos could take it 99 yards here to the house, give them a little confidence offensively. It's a great opportunity for the Lobos.
See that 98-yard touchdown pass from Josh Allen to, I can't remember his receiver, but Buffalo Bills. Here comes a pass down the middle. That one up in the air. That is incomplete. Who threw that ball?
Jet McCray again.
Yeah, that was Jet, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's a wobbler. There's a wobbler out there. Plenty of defenders around the receiver. Incomplete pass. Second down coming up. Easton Butler, the quarterback. Jet McCray with him in the backfield. And it doesn't look like ALA is going to do much to come after the quarterback. They run a stunt over the middle, but that didn't get there, and a pass completed. Found a spot, a little soft spot in the zone, and a nice catch hauled in by Raven, I think.
That was.
Sorry, Christensen.
No, it was Raven. Wasn't it 26? Let me take a look. I'm looking at the replay right here.
No, it was Christensen.
Oh, you're right. It is Christensen. My bad. Nice job by Christensen.
Gain of 13 yards and a first down. And they'll go to the ground game and room to run up the middle. A foot race out across the 50-yard line. J.J. Lerma puts together a big run for Snowflake. 41 yards to carry for Lerma.
First down, Snowflake.
Here you go, Lobos. Nice job with the run play. We haven't seen a big run like that for a while, so nice job.
Butler trying to throw that post route and a pass interference call. There was a lot of contact for sure right there. The ALA defender did not agree. But certainly from the corner of my eye, it looked like a clear pass interference. Yeah, that was contact right there.
Yeah, definitely hit him a couple times before he got there. So
15-yard penalty and a first down. Five minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Hand off. Up the middle it goes. Jet McCray swung down. Jet gained 3 yards. Make it 4. 4-yard gain.
Love the play call. I don't think he followed his blockers as well as he should have there. He had a couple blockers down the field, and I think he cut it in the wrong direction. That might have went for a lot more yards, but I love the play call there.
Jet got the ball to the 26-yard line, maybe 27-yard line of ALA. Lobos with a mountain to climb in these final few minutes of the game. Incomplete off the hands of Gavin McCray. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remain in the game. It's not out of reach, but just about. Still a lot to play for Snowflake.
Ezra Baum kind of broke open right there, too. Should have been caught, though, by McCray, but here's a big third down. Definitely in fourth down territories here.
Look right, throw right, pass caught. And that is going to be close to a first down. Had to get to the 20 and got to the 20. 6-yard gain, first down. Got to hand it to these Snowflake fans, Patrick. They have stayed, and they have really grinded it out with Snowflake in this one tonight. The fans are still here. Nobody has really left, I don't think. Wow. Even after the big early lead and a continued big lead, 31-13 right now, we get a timeout. Going to put some more time on the clock. Timeout on the field, and a word in from our good friends at Summit Healthcare. Stand by. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
This October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Summit Healthcare sends out this reminder to schedule your annual mammogram. To make it easier, Summit is offering 2D mammos for just $99 throughout the month of October. A physician's order is required. Call today to schedule your appointment. 928-537-6554. Purchase your voucher at mdsave.com. Don't put that mammogram off another day. Schedule your $99 2D mammogram right now by calling 928-537-6554. Offer good until October 31st at Summit Healthcare.
We will announce the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, coming up in our post-game. Be thinking about it, Patrick Austin. Be thinking about it, production guys. Joe Matthews, Joe Mama, be thinking about the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, okay? Twins out on the right side, the short side of the field. And Jet McCray goes up the middle. Spun out of one tackle right into the arms of a second tackler and could go no further. Short gain, if anything, on the play. The guy that gets credit for the tackle, Trevor Tenney. 1-yard gain.
That's a tough play when you got 9 guys in the box right here to run it up the middle.
Jet McCray has it. And a stiff arm. Stays alive with the ball, might have the first down. Well, I think he went out just before the necessary yardage, but giving these Snowflake fans a lot to cheer about. Gain of 7.
Nice stiff arm by Jet McCray right there. That was great.
Looks like 3rd down and 2.
Snowflake got the clock stopped with McRae going out of bounds. Well, certainly a score here is going to make the score quite a bit more respectable. 3rd down and 2. Well, somebody didn't go where they needed to, so Easton Butler decided, I'll just do this myself. And a pretty good pickup on the play by Easton. Goes inside the 5 to right at the 4-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Easton. 1st and goal.
Yeah, nice job by Easton there, just finding a hole and getting the 1st down, which is the most important thing. Ball on the 4-yard line.
First down play. Fake it. Throw it. J.J. Lerma could not keep his feet. Gained 1 yard on the play. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. 3:05 remaining here in the game. .254 and counting down. They'll give it out of the power I formation. Braden Lewis carries to the half-yard line. So a 2-yard pickup. Leaves just a bit to go. Now straight up the middle. Snowflake is asking for it. The officials are eventually going to say yes, touchdown. Touchdown Snowflake. Easton Butler takes it in. One-yard touchdown run for Easton. So now 31-19. Snowflake will go for 2. You pick this up, make it a 10-point game. Get an onside. Hey, who knows? Throwing for 2. Pass caught. Tyler Clare. 2-point conversion. Good for Snowflake to make it 31-21.
Well, like you said, Floyd, making it respectable. You know, you can't say that in this 4th quarter that ALA has put in their 2nd stringers. They don't have any 2nd stringers out there. They're going against their best defense out there tonight. So, and even into this 4th quarter. But this is kind of what ALA does. They kind of think they have it in the bag and kind of let down in the 2nd half. And Snowflake's done a good job holding them. They have not scored, right, in the 2nd half? It was 31-7 at half, right?
That's exactly right, yeah.
So, making it respectable.
Well, Patrick, yeah, yes, making it respectable. You get an onside kick right here, and then who knows what. It's almost as if Snowflake could use about another, 8 minutes, 10 minutes of clock because I believe that ALA is gassed. I think the elevation has gotten to them, and, they are holding on right now, holding on for dear life. Here's an onside attempt that's covered up nicely by Joby for ALA, and he's got the ball just into Snowflake territory near midfield. Well,
that'll probably about do it. Snowflake does have 2 more timeouts, but that 1st quarter was it was amazing by ALA, to tell you the truth. It was just, they came out on fire. So hard to come back from a 21-point 1st quarter.
It was a landslide, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Snowflake couldn't do anything defensively against them.
It was a landslide, and Snowflake has spent the ensuing 3 quarters trying to dig out of it. Handoff. Boy, that one almost broke to the house. It's about a touchdown-saving tackle out there on the far side of the field. Carrying the football for ALA. Check it for you. That was Boston Morris. Morris gained 8 yards on that play to bring up second and a very long 2. Timeout. Snowflake had to spend a timeout. Got to stop the clock now. And that leaves them with 1 timeout remaining. Unfortunately, Patrick, it was an 8-yard gain. And so, with a 40-second play clock, okay? I mean, most of the time. There are times when it's a 25-second play clock, but ALA can make it a 40-second play clock if they run between the tackles, keep the ball in the middle of the field. There's no flags or no timeouts or no other stoppages of play, okay?
Right.
So that means Snowflake will have to call timeout as soon as whatever the following play is. You know, if it stays in bounds and the clock is running, they'll have to call that last timeout.
Right.
And then it's do some math.
Yeah. Yep, it's over. If that happens, it's over.
Second down and short. Eagles.
Not that I didn't think it was over already, especially after the first half, but Snowflake, like I said, made it respectable at least.
Now that's a great play right there. That was a great play. Although, 2 or 3 extra seconds ran off the clock. Beardall, was strung out on that play, and maybe intentionally strung out on that play. Minus a yard on the play. Good defense. There's Tony Munoz in pursuit. Staying with the play. Lance Christensen wrapping him up. And, of course, Snowflake calls their final timeout. Get another name out there. A guy that's really been present a lot is Gavin Hall. That's a name. We call him for the first time here today. Gavin, Patrick, is a transfer. He used to play in the Thatcher program. Now he plays here for Snowflake, and he is eligible now to play. And Gavin is, well, you've seen that number 56 out there. He's been ranging around out there. We hadn't called his name, but he has been around the ball a lot today. He's getting a lot of playing time here in a critical time frame for the team. He'll play both sides of the ball for Snowflake, and they look forward to having him. He's just a junior.
Yep, that's correct. First action of the year. Getting his feet wet a little bit. He'll be a good one. You'll hear his name a lot coming up in the next 4 games.
Handoff up the middle. Snowflake trying to plug it up. They're going to do that. No first down. Gain of 2 yards on the play to bring up 4th down and 1. Snowflake looks to get the ball back. See what happens right here. There's an injured ALA player on the turf. Official timeout. Medical staff from both teams coming out to assist.
Got an injured player on the field.
4th down and 1. Ball at the Snowflake, just outside the Snowflake 40-yard line. Let's hope that young man is all right. Snowflake is able to stuff it right there and potentially get the ball back for themselves. The problem is, what they really need is they need a vertical passing game here in these final seconds. Try to get the ball downfield or hope to get some intermediate passing that turns into a big run after catch opportunity or 2.
Yep,
well, we do have a final score for you, by the way. And it's bona fide. Monument Valley has beaten Blue Ridge today 54-43. 54-43 the final score. MV over Blue Ridge. What a win for Monument Valley. And even though Blue Ridge is down as far as Blue Ridge standards are concerned, this is a down year for the Yellow Jackets. That is a huge win for Monument Valley. That's the first time, I believe, Monument Valley has ever beaten Blue Ridge in football. And earlier this year, they beat Winslow for only their 2nd time ever. What a year for Monument Valley. Handoff, try to get the first down, and that's going to be enough, I believe, for the first down. Wow, an opportunity for Snowflake to get it back. Who saw that right there, right? And Coach Ricedorff said, we're going to win it or lose it right here on this. Well, and they weren't going to lose it.
Yeah.
Exactly, but we're going to secure it right here on this play, and Boston Morris does it on a 2-yard gain. Move the chains, and pretty much that's it for Snowflake.
Well, you gotta give ALA credit. They came out here and maybe they thought, hey, we know we're gonna kind of struggle in the second half, so let's just get as many points as we can on the board in the first quarter, and that's what they did. And was very successful in that first quarter.
Like a like a squirrel. That first quarter, they were like a squirrel on a double espresso shot. Patrick, they were just going to town and hoarding those points, and they needed to. They needed to because after the first quarter, Snowflake has, after the first quarter, Snowflake has outscored them 21. Take a knee. That's going to be the final snap there. Run the clock off. 20 seconds remaining. They'll run it down. Let's see.
Overall, a fantastic game of football.
21-7. Snowflake outscored ALA in the final three quarters.
I want to thank ALA Gilbert, players and fans.
Or is it 21-10? Sorry, 21-10.
21-10, yeah.
Snowflake outscored ALA in the final three quarters. Unfortunately, it was a game of catch-up that they couldn't quite complete. Maybe if they had another 8 or 10 minutes of football, maybe they'd do it. I'll tell you this, Patrick. I know that nobody wants to lose moral victories. We don't like talking about them, but I will say that Snowflake can learn a lot from this game. And if I were the Lobos, I would in no way, shape, or form be afraid to face ALA again down the road.
No, I was impressed. Don't get me wrong. I was very impressed with ALA in that first quarter. Even in the second quarter, they moved the ball, did very well. But I feel you. I wasn't just like, holy crap, they're that much better than Snowflake was. They had their weaknesses too. Their defense, they loaded the box and shut down our run in the first half. They figured out a couple of things in the second half the Lobos did and was able to put some points on the board. But they're not just – I'm comparing them to Cactus. We both did the Cactus game together. You saw Cactus and you just said, this is a good football team. This is a team that we are going to have a really hard time beating. And I didn't feel like that, especially in the second half against the Eagles too. I think that that's a game that you would want to and probably will have to meet up in the playoffs.
And I would say this, I think that even though the score with Cactus very, very low, and certainly Cactus did not put 31 up, I think Cactus is the better football team of the three that we're talking about in that scenario, Snowflake, ALA, Cactus. I think Cactus is the better football team of all three of them. This is an impressive team, don't get me wrong. There's Division I talent on that ALA squad. There's no doubt about it. But, they got too many guys that go both ways, and it's probably what cost them in their two losses earlier this year, and it showed up, let's just say that, showed up in the second half where they started to lose a step. They weren't the same team in the second half as they were in the first half, and especially in that wide-open first quarter. Man, they had the throttle going wide open in that first quarter. And it was almost a perfect first half by ALA. Well, we got our post-game wrap-up is on the way. Everybody, stand by for it. Come back to Lobo Stadium and announce as well the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Post-game next. 31-21, the final score here tonight at Snowflake High School. Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Don't go anywhere.
Want a little extra cash? Purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle in stock and enter Hatch Toyota's Money Machine. Catch as much money as possible. Buy holiday gifts or pay off bills. No strings. What you catch, you keep. Hatch Toyota brings more Kelley Blue Book Best Buys than any other manufacturer. We're the largest volume dealer in northern Arizona, so we have a great in-stock selection of new and pre-owned, and more new Toyotas on the way. Hatch Toyota has finance partners that work with credit problems too. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. For a limited time, purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle from inventory and get to enter into Hatch Toyota's Money Machine. Catch as much money as you can. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Cholo and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Come to the dealership that supports your community.
Yee-haw!
Yeehaw! This month, the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint are giving you a farm experience like no other. When you have your insured windshield replaced, you get 2 delicious dinners, 2 movie tickets, and this month you also get 2 tickets to the Willis Farm.
Haunted, corn maze, barnyard apocalypse.
Plus, you know everyone on the farm loves country music, so this month we are giving away 2 sets of premium concert tickets. One to see Carrie Underwood and another set to see the Zac Brown Band, both live in Phoenix. It's Farm Month. Get great Mexican food, a night at the movies, 2 tickets to the haunted barnyard apocalypse at the Willis Farm in Snowflake, and your chance at seeing Carrie Underwood and the Zac Brown Band in concert.
536-597 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio is proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
Final score tonight from Snowflake High School, American Leadership Academy of Gilbert North, 31, Snowflake 21. The Lobos do indeed make it respectable and outscored their opponent 31-10, 21-10 over the final 3 quarters of this game, but it was a catch-up game that they just couldn't complete. And I do think that they're going to learn a ton out of this game. And when they work out a few more wrinkles with this offense, Patrick, I think that Snowflake's going to be still a contender and one of the best 4A teams going into the playoffs coming up, but certainly a disappointing loss. And to lose this way with the ALA coming out and having that big first quarter, you know that Snowflake feels like, you know, we were doing this wrong, that wrong. We could have fared much better than what we did.
Absolutely. I hear you 100% on that. And they'll learn from this. And the one thing about the Lobos, and I'm not making any excuses, they're struggling a little bit right now. I mean, you can go back to 2 weeks ago against Bradshaw Mountain. They struggled offensively a little bit. Of course, they didn't play. A lot of their players were hurt, and they didn't play a lot against Bradshaw Mountain. But back to Cactus, and even the game before that a little bit, they've struggled. I mean, there's no hiding that they're struggling a little bit. But the thing is with the Lobos is they figure things out, and they peak at the right time. Not to say that I'm not making, like I said, any excuses or anything for them, but if they can figure out a few things over these next few games, the problem is that they're playing high-quality teams from here on out. I mean, they're going to be facing some really good football teams that you don't really want to be working on things. You want to be perfecting those things. You know what I mean? And so that's the only thing I'm a little bit concerned with the Lobos is the last couple of years, and you've seen it. I mean, the year with Taryn Green they just came alive in the second half of that football season after their loss to Valley Christian, or it wasn't Valley Christian last year, but whoever they lost to, they came back and they just did really well. And I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that from the Lobos this year too. I'm expecting them to figure some things out. They'll do well. They'll probably have some really close games over the next 3 or 4 weeks. But then they'll put it together and they'll be ready to go, and they'll figure some things out. But a little concerning because they've struggled for a few weeks in a row now.
And I think the key right now is Snowflake figuring out their offense. So you get that figured out, they'll be that's going to give that defense a little bit of a break as well. In that first half, that first quarter when they were going 3 and out, there was the kickoff fumble that kept the offense off the field and made the defense play even that much more. The complementary effect of an offense playing well, the defense not having to spend so much time out there, that all works in favor of your team. Certainly helps them get what they need to get done. And the offense and a little more success on that side is going to go a long way towards Snowflake continuing with success during the season. We'll see what this loss does to them in the rankings, by the way. They now drop to 4-2 overall with this, and their first loss in their 4A East Sky region.
Right.
I believe I got that right. And that ALA team in the driver's seat, now still unbeaten in the region. Their 2 losses were both out of region for them so far this year. Time to announce the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, everybody. And listen, I didn't even have to vote on this one. It was a tough one because Snowflake's defense was good enough to keep any one individual player on the ALA roster from really lighting it up out there. Nobody had the big game. Nobody had the jump off the screen or jump off the stat page kind of game today. Not even the quarterback, and he had a good game, Adam DeMonte. Adam, 19 of 31, respectable game, 61.3% completions, 189 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those are all good numbers, and he would be a deserving recipient of the player of the game. He's not the guy we're going to give it to today, but, pretty good numbers. By the way, I think it was Derek that said if Snowflake can keep him under 200 and I think he said 275.
Yep.
275 yards, Snowflake could win the game. And that's pretty good. I'm not going to argue with that at all. Snowflake did actually a better job than that. Some of that was play calling on the other side because ALA did decide to run the ball a lot more tonight than
and was successful with
certainly
it too.
More than I expected.
Me too.
Ran the ball pretty good today. But Adam DeMonte is not our Sports Zone Radio player of the game. That honor we're going to give to McKay Beardall. You saw him running all over the field tonight. He wears jersey number 5. In the running game, Beardall didn't quite lead the team in rushing, 12 carries for 49 yards. His teammate Boston Morris, 4 carries for 50 yards. One of those was a 40-yard touchdown run. But it was Beardall who did most of the heavy lifting in the running game and kept that clock moving with his work on the ground for the team. Beardall also caught 3 passes for 8 yards. That wasn't big. Had a rushing touchdown for the team tonight, but he was also all over the place on defense. You saw him playing from his defensive back spot. He was getting a lot of work done, and he made some tackles for loss tonight and really helped the team on both sides of the ball. In a game that didn't feature any one major standout performance, he was as good as anybody tonight, and you guys were unanimous, Patrick. You and Fernando, our technical director, our producer, Derek Simmons, Sean as well. I didn't even have to vote. You guys all picked the same guy. McKay Beardall. How'd you like his game tonight?
I did. I liked his game. I thought he played really hard on both sides of the ball, just like you said. 12 carries for 49 yards and a touchdown. His long was 11 yards, so did a great job. He also had 3 receptions for 8 yards. And so just all over the field, offensive and defensively, called out his name quite a bit tonight, and well-deserved congratulations to Beardall.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He is the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game. It is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We'll get a word in from them and continue our postgame wrap-up in a moment. From Snowflake, 31-21. ALA takes down the Snowflake Lobos on our Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast, presented by Hatch Toyota. This word from White Mountain Regional Medical Center.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hatch Toyota in Cholo knows the best form of advertising is when your experience is so good, you tell your friends about it.
My product specialist helped me find my dream car. I drove 200 miles to buy a 4Runner. He knew all the features of the car without putting any pressure on me. I visited 4 dealerships in the state, and he had the best customer service of anyone. I highly recommend.
I reached out to Hatch Toyota, which is several hours away from me. They gave me a straightforward price on a brand new Camry hybrid, and I couldn't be happier. My product specialist was very patient and answered all my questions.
We know you can buy anywhere, and we want your experience to be worthy of telling your friends. We also offer Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Hey, we're back at it, everybody. Post-game wrap-up continuing from Snowflake High School, 31-21. The final score here tonight, American Leadership Academy of Gilbert North with a victory over Snowflake. As we continue on, Floyd Simmons, Patrick Austin. Well, Patrick, I've got a new strategy. If I were a high school football coach, I would definitely be working out the fourth down conversion attempt. Take it to the edge, take it to the outside, and if you're going to be short of the first down, find a way to accidentally fumble the ball forward and out of bounds. Because I did just speak to the referee, Chuck Copeland. Want to thank Chuck for giving me a ruling on that. Here's what he said. Here's what Chuck says. In high school football, there is no rule about the fumble forward. There's no rule about that, okay?
So it's up to his discretion.
There's no restriction. There's no, I guess if you, as an official, think the guy did it on purpose, there might be some restriction on that, Patrick. They clearly didn't think that he did it on purpose, and I'm not saying he did.
Right.
Well, they certainly didn't interpret it that way. And so if the ball is fumbled forward, he did say, by the way, Christensen possessed the ball, but he said he was out of bounds. He said he was already out of bounds at the time he had possession of the ball. So that makes it ALA's ball. No rule on the fumble forward. They got the ball, and it did move the chains converted on that play.
Well, not that it made a huge difference in the game. It wasn't the play that won or lost the game for sure. But I think, and I'm not trying to be mean or rude or anything, but I think that any other officiating crew would have called that out of bounds of Snowflake ball. I'm just telling you. It's just not right.
Maybe.
It's not right.
I don't know.
It's not. If there's no rule on it, and then that goes out of bounds on a fourth down and you stopped him before the fourth down, that's Snowflake ball. I mean, that's all there's to say. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to look into that a little bit more by the next time we broadcast.
Well, again, that was the interpretation. I do want to thank Chuck for the call. I thought that the crew did a great job tonight, the officiating crew. It's a pretty good selection of guys. Let me tell you, those guys have a lot of experience, and they mix in a couple of young guys from time to time working with them. Baker is the back judge is, he's a young dude. It's a pretty good crew, and that's the interpretation. And I want to thank Chuck for explaining that to me here as we continue our post-game wrap-up at Snowflake High School, 31-21. ALA Gilbert in front. See the highlights running in the background there. Those watching on video. Those watching on radio, I remind you the Ace Hardware scoreboard show is on the way here in a little bit. Well, Patrick, clearly disappointing if you are the head coach of this Snowflake team and you get your guys together on Monday and have a discussion, talk about this. How quickly are you going to just move on to the next thing and forget about this one? Or are you going to spend time and dwell on it and talk about a lot of the specifics about what went wrong in this game? What are you going to do to get yourself ready for the continued push on down the stretch this part of the season?
Well, you've got a short week. So they play Thursday night next week. So it's a short week. You've got to end this tonight. If they will probably meet – I don't know when they meet to do their film session over this game, but you got to meet. You got to look at it quickly. Maybe 15, 20 plays that you think that you can improve on, and you got to move on and focus on Apache Junction because you can't go into that game next week with these thoughts in your head about this. So you got to do what you got to do. So Anyway,
there's Jordan Nicholas. There is a legend right there. There's a Sholo Cougar legendary football player, like my partner is a Snowflake Lobo legend. Yeah.
But, So, but anyway,
just wanted to say hi to Jordan. He said hi as he walked by. But no, you're right, Patrick. I think you're absolutely right. You have got to. You got to move on pretty quick, don't you?
Yeah, you got to move on, especially when you play on Thursday.
No time to waste.
Yep.
No time to waste. Snowflake drops this one. They move to 4-2 on the season. Well, okay, let's do this then. Let's talk about what are the highlights in this one for Snowflake. You know, Matt Brimhall played a great game. Matt Brimhall was at the point of attack all night long, and you saw him bringing the pain from his inside linebacker position. I thought Brimhall played a great game. I can't say I watched every play defensively for sure, and you don't see a lot when you're calling a game broadcast. You're watching the ball, so you don't see a lot of the line play in particular. But I thought that Tony Munoz gave one of the more valiant efforts that I've seen him give in a while. I thought effort-wise, I saw a lot out of Tony tonight up front. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a push to the quarterback and be in the quarterback's face a lot, but nobody really did across that defensive line much tonight. They had one quarterback sack all night, I think.
Yep.
But you know, a couple of names right there. Lance Christensen always seems to, you know, have a pretty solid game, pretty good game, and I thought he had a pretty good game here as well tonight for the team.
Yeah, I agree. And you talked about a few on defense, and you know, they kind of started off the game a little bit different. They put two running backs up right behind the line. They went double tight and just tried to run the ball and was successful on 2 or 3 of those first carries. And so you got to give a little bit of credit to that offensive line also for the Lobos and for the job they did, especially in the second half. I mean, they were able to put a few good runs together and get some yards on the ground. So what did Snowflake have as far as yards?
Yeah, sure. Let me
look at that.
Let me give you some numbers. Let me skim first of all. ALA Gilbert, 356 yards of total offense for the Eagles. 17 first downs collected by the Eagles in this one today. Pretty evenly split. 167 yards rushing for ALA and 189 yards passing for the team. Penalized 12 times for an even 100 yards in the game today. Thank you to Big Joe Matthews, Coach Joe Matthews, for working with us today and providing our statistics while the lovely Sonia Simmons is en route to Seattle. Okay, she is taking my son Noah, our son Noah. He's a big Seattle Seahawks fan. He just turned 18 years old,
Nice.
not long ago, and he wanted to go watch Seattle play at their place. So they're going to go.
Awesome place.
They're going to go up there and watch that game. So I certainly hope that my wife and my son they are traveling safely so far. Made it down to Phoenix. Okay, early flight tomorrow to get to Seattle and go watch a football game on Sunday. Take a look at Snowflake for you then, and here's what the Lobo numbers look like: 330 yards of offense. By the end of the whole thing, they had almost as many yards of offense as ALA did. Okay, and now the Eagles did have some short fields out there. 20 first downs for Snowflake in this one today. Almost feels like Joe Matthews might have been pushing some wrong input buttons on the stat machine, but that's what we have. 20 Snowflake first downs today. Does that sound right?
It does not sound right. But what do you do?
Well, you know, take it for what it's worth, okay? 201 yards rushing for Snowflake, 129 yards through the air for the Lobos in this one today. Penalized 5 times. For 50 yards, they did turn the ball over today on a fumble and actually threw an interception as well. So they had a couple of turnovers today. Easton Butler was 14 of 24 for 106 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading the way as a receiver was Ezra Baum, 1 catch for 39 yards. It was a touchdown, and it was a dandy for sure today. The sophomore Ezra Baum showing a little glimpse of what's to come in the future for him. Davin McCroy, 4 receptions for 37 yards today. Lance Christensen, 3 catches for 20 yards. Tyler Clare, 3 catches, 16 yards. J.J. McCray, 2 receptions for 8 yards. Jet McCray, 1 catch for 7 yards. Braden Lewis caught 1 pass, but it was for -8 today. And running the football, Easton Butler, the quarterback. He came out in the second half, and they called his number a bunch of times. 10 carries for 58 yards, 1 touchdown. J.J. Lerma, 5 carries, 54 yards. Jet McRae, 9 rushes, 41 yards, and 1 touchdown. Carter Rabin, 9 carries for 29 yards today in the game. Braden Lewis, 3 rushes for 19 yards. Gave him the ball a lot early, and then we never saw him again running the football after that. But there's your numbers, Patrick.
All right, so I got a question for you. Just after the game, we all are great coaches, right? We all know.
I'm a great coach when the game is done.
When the game's over, I'm like the best coach ever.
I love me as a coach when the game's all done.
Oh, I'm the best. So anyway, thinking that way.
Yeah.
So if you know that ALA comes out in the first half and they score points and they usually dominate in the first half but struggle in the second half.
Yeah.
What would this game have been like if Snowflake won the toss and they say we want the ball? And they get the ball first.
Yeah.
I mean, what would this game have been a little bit different? I mean, if they would have went down, I mean, they struggled obviously in the first quarter offensively also. Yeah. But is that something that you think of a little bit when you play this team?
When I saw Snowflake win the toss and give it to a Division I quarterback,
right?
Who's got a Division I or maybe 2 Division I type receivers. When I saw Snowflake give them the ball first, I winced a little bit.
Yeah.
I really did. I don't know why you would want them to go on the attack first, because you know what their offense is loaded up with. You know what they can do, and then they did it.
Yeah. I just I thought about that too during the first half, but I'm just thinking about it a little bit more now. Just, hey, what if you get the ball first and you kill that time? You go down, you're able to kill some time off the clock, kind of wear those guys out on defense a little bit, because you saw what they did in the second half. I mean, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. That's my armchair, what do they call it? Armchair quarterback.
Listen, it ain't your 2 cents, because we got this thing called Bidenflation, Patrick. That's your 5 cents.
All right, sweet.
By next week, it might be your 7 cents. I don't know. But I agree with you. Yeah. And I think it's a great point to make. I mean, you let the tone be set from the beginning. And yes, I think the team, Snowflake, thinks like we were thinking, that the key to this team's success, and certainly the strength of Snowflake, is their defense. So, hey, we trust our defense. We're going to give our defensive guys a chance to go out and prove themselves early, get a stop early, get some defensive momentum and some spirit and some fight going early on. It just didn't quite work out like that.
Yeah. So anyway,
that was your start for sure. Well, the numbers show this. If you ask me, the numbers show that it was a game with 2 tough teams, really 2 great teams, 2 great 4A teams, and because of the collection of talent, because of, well, Snowflake has a lot of talent, a lot of depth. ALA's got talent, maybe not as much depth, but a lot of talent across the board. Because of all of that, neither team had an individual guy. One guy didn't come out and get. I mean, Brandon Phelps, the receiver for ALA, he averages 146 yards receiving per game coming into this one. Snowflake didn't let that happen. Snowflake was bracketing him a lot of double coverage on Phelps, 7 catches, but for 65 yards. Did catch a touchdown pass, and he showed his athleticism on that catch, closing out the first half. But he didn't go off on Snowflake's defense tonight. Adam DeMonte had a good game, but not a Heisman game.
He was good. Don't get me wrong, this kid's good, but he's not what I expected. He does not want to run the ball. He does not want to run the ball, and those quarterbacks of the past, like the Ricedorff kid from Sholo. I mean, those guys ran the ball, and they were able to get out in the open. And if nobody's open, they would kill you on the run, and that's the one thing that was devastating here tonight. I wasn't too worried about DeMonte running and killing us on the ground. So, but I mean, you think about 2 of those touchdown passes too. 2 of them were thrown across his body, just heaving the ball up in the air. Athletic, right?
Yeah.
Athletic kids go up and make plays, and they made a great play. And I'm not trying to downsize that at all. I just 2 of those touchdown passes weren't things that you coach. You don't coach running one way and throwing clear across the field the other side, and just an athlete going up and getting a football. So anyway, there's a lot of things that you can look at in this game, but when it comes down to it, hey, they had a great game plan coming in, and they took it to the Lobos in the first quarter.
They really did.
That's all there is to say.
They really did, and it was that big jump out, get in front.
And hold it.
That's kind of a signature for them, right? That's what they do to people. And they did it again tonight. And then they held on.
Yeah, they were able to hold on.
They jumped on that. They jumped on that buck and bronc and held on for dear life and held on just long enough. If you give Snowflake another, I don't know, maybe another half a quarter, maybe they get something done. But well done by ALA. Well done by Randy Ricedorff's guys. And though it's a regular season game, it doesn't hold quite the weight as a state semifinal playoff game.
Yep.
A little bit of payback and a little bit of satisfaction.
Absolutely. You know, that's what they came in here to do, and they were ready to play and came out and just beat up the Lobos in that first quarter. So congratulations to them. You know, they did it. They came in and they got a little bit of revenge. But I don't see this being over yet. So I don't see it quite being over yet.
You think there's a rematch coming?
I can see this happening again in the playoffs and in a neutral site and down in the valley in December, and we'll see what happens from there. But as far as tonight, great job by the Eagles.
And congratulations to the Eagles. Congratulations to our friend Randy Ricedorff, to that great staff. A lot of great guys on that team. Rathan Ricedorff, he coaches with his dad there, the great quarterback for Sholo, back in the day. JT Slade, one of the coaches. Jordan Nicholas helping to coach that team as well. I saw Tim Slade before the game, here to watch his son Titan Slade, one of the receivers on the team. Congratulations, one and all. And we hope to see them again with our broadcast coverage of White Mountains football down the road. Maybe in the playoffs we'll get to see Snowflake and ALA mix it up one more time. Do want to say before I let you go, Patrick, the Holbrook Roadrunners are on the way to an undefeated campaign. They have defeated the St. John's Redskins 20-13 tonight at Roadrunner Stadium. The mighty, mighty Roadrunners. Because they're listen. Okay, Monument Valley beat Blue Ridge tonight, which means Holbrook can't take it completely for granted. But their final two, and I don't remember the two games remaining, but the final two opponents for Holbrook, Holbrook should handle them with relative ease. Should be undefeated when this thing is all said, done, and tallied. Okay?
Congratulations to the Roadrunners. How did your Dodgers turn out tonight?
Well, I don't know yet. Dodgers final. You have it? I don't know.
I can't believe you don't have it.
I know.
Usually watching that on the side.
I'm trying to stay focused here, Patrick.
All right.
But Derek is just about as much of a Dodgers fan as I am, so he'll get us a score and find out here in a second. We'll announce that. How's that on the upcoming scoreboard show? Patrick, great job. Thanks for getting here, man.
They lost.
Thanks for getting here.
Just to let you know.
Dodgers dropped one. They lost it. It was the final. 2-1. Unbelievable.
Did they? What's that series now?
It's 2-1.
San Diego's up 2-1, right?
2-1. And I am going to have a bad weekend. My
sorry.
wife's out of town.
Dodgers lost.
Yeah,
but the Roadrunners won.
Snowflake lost. Well, the Roadrunners won. We'll see if that's enough.
You got to just focus on that one.
We'll see if that's enough to keep me sane this weekend, okay?
You got this.
Oh, my goodness. Patrick, great job tonight, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for getting here.
I'm glad I made it, and always a pleasure. Just a little shout-out. Floyd, 30 years, my friend. Just to remind you, my senior year was your first year. And I remember listening to you in a playoff game right here on Snowflake. We played early. It was the ice game. We played against Glendale, actually.
Yeah.
And we got done a little earlier. Bradshaw Mountain was playing up in Blue Ridge.
Really?
And I remember getting home because that game went late because Bradshaw was late getting to the game.
Okay.
And I was able to listen to the end of that game. That was the first time I had listened to you.
You remember those details?
I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't. I remember the ice game, but I just don't remember the details.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
You were broadcasting Blue Ridge. I believe it was Bradshaw Mountain. Blue Ridge, Bradshaw Mountain. Bradshaw Mountain actually came in and beat Blue Ridge that year and knocked them out of the playoffs.
Incredible, man. Well, here's to 30 more. How's that?
30 more.
Somebody better chase me out before the 30, though, okay? Because I'm getting past my prime, big boy. But Patrick, great
congratulations, 30 years.
And I love having you, man. Thanks for being a part of our team.
My pleasure.
You are the man.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir. Patrick Austin right there, everybody. Thanks to Patrick. Thank you to our broadcast team, our production team, led by Derek Simmons, our producer, our technical director, Fernando Quintana. Sean Ulvestad on camera for us tonight, and our statistician, Joe Matthews. For Patrick, for Derek, and the entire crew, Floyd Simmons, Thank you for joining us. We got a break coming up here. Stick around here at Mix 98 KRFM Sholo for the upcoming Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. That's on the way in just a few moments as we continue the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. ALA 31, Snowflake 21. We're back with the Scoreboard Show in just a moment. Stand by, everybody.
Good just doesn't get it done anymore these days. It has to be great. And this is... The Great Exchange is on at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. If I told you could bring us your old car or truck keys and exchange them for brand new Toyota keys and then keep your payment the same, probably even lower it, that'd be a no-brainer. Am I right or am I